Welcome to Night Football live from Fremantle Oval for the match between University and Fremantle C.B.C. Tonight's match is proudly brought to you by Dartfish, Australia's most used coaching tool. Filming Footy, live stream and match day filming specialists. Sports Interactive, creating better players, one coach at a time. Interchanger, run your interchange like the pros. And Archie's Footwear. Now, please welcome your commentary team, Cam Robbins and Ward Harris.
Well, welcome to Fremantle Oval, round 5 of this historic game between University and Fremantle C.B.C. Gentlemen at the front, Cam Palmer, just doing a little bit of a history of these two clubs. My name's Cam Robbins, joined in the commentary box once again by Ward Harris. Good afternoon. Sorry, good evening, Ward. How are you, mate?
Good evening. It is a bit different getting to come and do a night game down at Fremantle Oval tonight, but what an experience. You can see 100 years worth of footy worth of footy, and look, it's great to be involved in it.
Oh, it's fantastic when you look at University being formed in 1913 and Fremantle CBC 1932, so a lot of history there. We might just have a listen to Cam Palm as he talks through the various issues, and then we'll get back to a bit of an overview of the game. As the sides are going forward in the yellow Fremantle C.B.C. In the canary yellow, Ward, they stand out like the proverbial, and in the green are University.
Yeah, I wonder if it's their away strip, Cam, but looking very bright, and at least we won't have any trouble seeing them both tonight.
And it looks like University have won, so they'll be kicking to the left of the screen, and Fremantle C.B.C. be kicking to the right of the screen. Now, getting back to this game there, Ward, at 6th versus 7th last week. Both times teams lost. University lost to Curtin Wesley by 50 points. They got a thumping. Fremantle CBC weren't too bad. They lost to the league leaders, North Beach, by only 19 points. So it should be a good game, 6th versus 7th.
I think it will be. I was looking through the team list for both teams tonight. There's a lot of ex-Waffle and a little bit of AFL talent on both lists as well. So, look, I think we're set up for a pretty good contest today. University, they actually, I was surprised at some of the players that they've got on their list, actually. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing them live today. And Fremantle CBC, this is our first time seeing them this year. Got to see them last year in a derby against North Freo, but should be a good game of footy tonight.
Well, every club needs the major sponsors, so to shout out to the university major sponsors are Steiner Prize, Paganini, their lawyers and consultants, BDO Audits and also Tax, Four Pines Brewing Company, no doubt we'll have a couple of those after the game, not during the game, their ward, Subiaco Hotel, BJ Timber and Flooring, and also the Brew Hub. They do a lot of corporate office and coffee services. Shout out to the major sponsors. For every major club in this competition, Ward, you need sponsors.
You do indeed. It's basically what helps the clubs keep going and keeps them on the field, uniforms and all those kind of things. So look, well done to those sponsors and keeping involved in sponsoring local footy.
And well done also to David Armstrong, the CEO, and Sam Birmingham, the president of the Perth Footy League, to a very long year celebrating 100 years of footy, and to put a night game on down here at Fremantle Football Oval is absolutely fantastic. And also shout out to the Fremantle Footy Club to allow this game to be played under lights here this evening.
Yeah, really, really good. Fremantle Council obviously as well, but it's, geez, it looks great out there, doesn't it? I'm trying to work out if they've done something with the lighting, because it looks like $1 million. So I was worried about what the visibility was going to be like for us tonight, Cam, but shouldn't be any problems and not far away from a bounce.
Absolutely. And also I'd like to thank Hayley for doing all the producing and keeping you and me honest throughout the evening, and young Jack's doing the filming. So shout out to you, Jack, and shout out to you, Hayley. Set for a very, very good game for this. For mine, I think Fremantle C.B.C. might win this one, Ward.
There you go. I'm flipping the other way, actually. I'm going to back in University. They obviously got knocked around a little bit last week, but look, I've had a bit of a look across Nathan Blakely, the Doc, as they call him.
The Doc, yeah.
In the ruck, I think, for University, and a couple of real hard players in Ben Miller and Ben Harding. Watch out for those guys. I think Benny Harding's the captain, ex-East Freo as well. So, look, watch out for those guys, but one of us Uni and one of us CBC.
Exactly, just about to start, and thanks for your company once again this evening. It's Friday the 7th. Shout out to my dad who turned 87 tonight, so shout out to Tommy, 87 today. So the round 5 clash of the Perth Footy League celebrating 100 years of footy. So the umpire's about to get us away here. Doing the ruck work is going to be Harris Murray for University. Ball's up, he goes up against Sam King. King brings to the ground, tries to get hold of Headley. Headley's tackle. 3 or 4 players on right in the bullseye of Fremantle over. The ball's going nowhere. The umpire says, give the ball to me. So doing the ruck work is Sam King. He wins it by himself, brings to the ball in the contest, finds Henley once again. Once again, the University pressure's been good in the middle of the ground, and the umpire says, give the ball to me, going nowhere once again. So not much breeze here either, Ward. Very still out there. Perfect conditions for footy.
Oh, look, it's a great night for footy down here tonight. Not too cold. I'm glad I am up in the box, because I think it'll get a bit cooler a bit later on. But both teams just feeling each other out at the moment and seeing where the ground lays.
So good work by University to Harris. He brings to the ball to ground. Leslie Anthony, the captain coach, the former Fremantle and the North Melbourne football. He's gone onto the role as captain. He gets again, Anthony. Well done. Chain of handballs was good. Lowers his eyes. A good smother off the ball by the University player. I think that was Ryan Donaldson. Well done by Donaldson. The big fella there. Harris Murray lowers his eyes. He tries to find the full forward there in Troy Colaton. He's overran it. Back in the contest was Matthews Montaris for University. Turn it over. And once again, Fremantle CBC come out the half-back flank. Tries to find the big fella there in Sam King. He brings the ball to ground. Good tackle by King. The second effort was absolutely fantastic. Could be in trouble. The umpire says, no, he's not. Give the ball to me. Good pressure there by the big fella there, Ward.
Yeah, really, really good. Hotly contested. Sam King looks like he's going to be an interesting player tonight.
Goes onto the ground, going through traffic was Mantaris. He was fantastic. Flicked the handball out to Jack Colvin. Colvin goes to the full forward area. No one there. Tries to find the teammate there, Tom Ferguson. He overran it. Numbers of the Fremantle CBC. They try to push the ball out to the centre-half back position. The umpire says, give the ball to me. A lot of pressure here. There's going to be due later on in the evening. But early stage of the first quarter, the scoreboard is yet to be troubled. So umpire throws the ball up to the left of the screen of University, attacking about 50 metres out. Chain of handball for Fremantle CBC was okay. Could be in trouble there. No, just gets a toe poke on. That play was Franklin. Pretty hard to see over there, Ward. Pretty dark over that side of the ground. A few players on there. The ball's going nowhere. The umpire says, give the ball to me. So a lot of pressure by both sides early. And looking forward to this clash for you this evening. Once again, thanks for your company down at Fremantle Oval. Umpire throws the ball up. It's King versus Murray. I'll give that one to King. He somehow slips on the ball. Good defensive mark's been taken by Jared Stewart. He throws on his right boot. Outnumbered and taking a good defensive mark was the Fremantle C.B.C defender. Just pushed off his play there. It was too strong. He lowers his eyes. That play over there was, I think it was Anthony, the brother of thereof. It might have been Tom Wright. It's the latter. So Wright has it on his right boot. Goes on the far side. Good ball over the top was a University player. They have in the numbers here. They finally kick the ball to the forward 50. Numbers on the contest there. Trying to chisel the ball out there was Matthew Mentaris for University. They can switch the play if they like. They go. The chain of handball finds Dwayne Lake. He tries to switch the play here and finds Ben Harding. Harding can go by hands. Good pressure. Goes back to Harding. Have the numbers here. Finds out to Thomas Gajitski. Gajitski on the right. Good chain of handball. Well done by Miller. Lowers his eyes. It could be out here. That play over there by himself is Jack Colvin. If the ball stands up, he could be away. He's got a handball back and falls in the hands of Ben Taylor. Taylor's on his hands, his knees, goes back to Matthew Mentaris. Mentaris tries to find a player forward, but a good ball taken by the Fremantle C.B.C player. They somehow pushed the ball forward for the first attacking 50, and running through the defensive effort was Brett Avaris from University. They have the now ball Fremantle C, trying to gain about 4 or 5 metres there to forward to the 50. And the umpire says, give the ball to me. First time they've been in the attacking 50 so far for Fremantle CBC, Ward.
Yeah, geez, just a hotly contested game so far. Look, CBC's pressure's been really, really good. A couple of inside 50s early on by University, and CBC have done really well to bring that ball out. We get their first inside 50 for the game so far.
So Murray has it. They've thumped it forward to the right. University have the numbers. The chain of handballs was okay. Fell into the hands of Dwayne Lake. No relation to Brian. Is Dwayne on the right. He gets a kick here. Umpire calls him back. Lake in the true half-back flank position. Looking at his options, he decides to go through the corridor. It's a risky kick, but good hard running is taken by Troy Cullerton. He decides to switch to play in the midfield. That was through Thomas Gadzicki. On the right was okay. Socket off the ground by the Fremantle CBC defender was good, but falls in the hand of Nathan Stewart. He goes his right, tries to find a player over there, Thomas Gadzicki again. He lowers his eyes. Good kick off the line. Good sprawl over the back. Was very good by Chowell from Fremantle CBC. Tackle's okay. Having the ball now is Matthew Mentaris. He's been everywhere early. Could be holding the ball for mine. A good tackle. Good pressure. Fremantle CBC. They can relieve the pressure there. The pressure on both sides early, Ward's been very, very good.
Yeah, really hot contest. I've been surprised. Both teams are up and about for Friday night footy. Look, great goal-saving tackle there by the CBC player.
So Ned Brennan has it. He can lower his eyes. It's a good kick. And they just somehow gain 4 or 5 metres. They can lower their eyes again. Another pass is okay and find Dion Anthony, brother of Liam. Dion Anthony lowers his eyes again, gains 2 or 3 metres. And finds Mitch Henley. Henley decides to go straight up the corridor. It's a risky kick because that University player sat him in fairly high. The umpire saw that as well. That same Godhill, he's decided to play on, goes to the half-forward flank. Tried to find the play over then, Liam Anthony. He's too clever. Runs on his left foot. First attacking move over here. The big fella can mark. He drops it. Went through his hands like some butter. University have the numbers here. Can bring it out through a chain of handball. Found Jack Colvin. Colvin's turned it straight over and good defensive mark's been taken by Tom Hooker. He decides to bring the ball in the corridor and tries to find Dylan Marlini on the right. It's a good kick, and that's a first goal. Dylan Marlini, I'll pronounce that right. He's kicked a fantastic goal from outside 30, set up by a very good attacking play by Fremantle CBC.
Yeah, look, really good. As we said, the pressure's been absolutely hot so far in this game. CBC were able to move the ball up beautifully. Look, great spoil there. There was a 2-on-1 against University. Timmy O'Hara, unfortunately, the ball coming out there was picked up by Tom Smith. He was able to hit up his player there, and Marinelli, great goal and well-deserved first goal from CBC.
So it's taken 6:36, Ward, to get a first score on the board. So the pressure by both sides has been very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely red hot. It'll be interesting to see how dewy it gets and how quickly that happens. So, look, I think a team that can adapt to the conditions and get the score on the board is going to be the one that'll come out on top.
So Harrison Murray wins the ball for University. It's a good tap. He kicks the ball forward, but once again, Fremantle CBC through numbers throws the ball on the boot. Lucks a fortune and falls in the hand of Liam Anthony. He'll get a lot of the ball. He's a very good fantasy footballer for North Melbourne, he was. Got a lot of stats. Umpire's call played on. Had to go back to Anthony again. He chiseled the ball about 10 metres. Maintained possession's okay. Dropping that play was okay. Stu set up on by about 3 or 4 players. Was a University defender. The umpire says, give the ball to me. Throwing, picking himself off the ground was Tommy Ferguson. Had about 4 players running on the top of him there.
Right, he did, didn't he?
So umpire's throwing the ball up right in front of the Fremantle members. Anthony tries to run himself through the pack. Donaldson was there with him. Handled the ball out was okay. Found Ben Harding. Harding on the right boot. Tried to find Blakely. He overran it. Thought it was on a doctor's surgery, Blakey. And that's caught one high. Like it's not 50 metres. Umpire's call played on. He's got to go behind his mark, and that's Tom Smith. Imagine getting Nathan Blakely in your side. He's a good player at Swans, wasn't he?
Yeah, very good. They obviously choosing to play him up forward at the moment with Hamish Murray in the ruck.
So handball was okay. Found Ben Miller. Handball's even better by Miller. They can bring the ball forward. He's going to get it again, Miller. He marks it as well. So Miller can use his trusting left foot. He does do that. And she'll find his teammate over there. That player, I think, was Tom Bertoli. He brings him in the middle of the corridor, socket off the ground, caught one high, surely. The umpire said, no, he didn't. It is Donaldson, surely. He's caught one high, the young junior player for Wembley Downs Footy Club. Umpire said, no, he didn't. It's 45 metres out.
Just letting a few go at the moment, aren't they?
They are. Yeah. 8:37 has gone in the first quarter. And 1 goal so far to Fremantle. C.B.C. University yet to score. Umpire says, give the ball to me. And like you said, Ward, there's going to be a lot more pressure and dewy when that ball gets wet and the ground gets a lot slippery. They have the ball now through Donaldson. Blakely had it, lost it. Laser tackle's okay. Gained a few metres. Lucky not to take a good mark was Ben Miller. He's been lively early. He's on the bottom of the pack with about 3 or 4 Fremantle C.B.C. players on the top end. What's I notice about them? They've got 2 or 3 players to the 1 player so far, so very good pressure by them.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Harding and Miller, they'll both be really good in and under players for University today, and as both players to watch. I think Harding there with another possession.
Falls out to Donaldson. Donaldson slams the ball on his right in the square. Lucky it wasn't a push in the back. The umpire saw that as well. Definitely pushing the back. Giving the free kick away was Matt Davies, the former player for Claremont. They decide to bring the ball in the corridor. It's a good kick and finds the teammate there in Tommy Hooker. Hooker can lower his eyes. It's a good one as well. Finds a player there, and Liam Anthony again. He's been everywhere, Anthony. He can cross the middle of the ground once again. The kick was ordinary, but they have numbers here. Go Fremantle C. That could be holding the ball, surely. It's a great tackle. Good pressure. Well done by Harris Murray. He has it now. He's going to go straight down the spine with a mongrel punt. An ordinary kick. Off the boot was okay, but Lux of Fortune falls in the hand over there of Tommy Ferguson. Ferguson goes, thank you very much. And first goal to University. I tell you what, it's an ordinary kick in the forward 50. But Ferguson was at spot. A good crumb in front of the centre goal there, Ward.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to take those opportunities when they pop up. As we've mentioned, the pressure's been really good from both sides. And you can see it's clearly slippery out there at the moment. But look, great scoop and pick up. And look, 1 goal each, probably 10 minutes into the first quarter. Doing
a lot of grunt work in the middle of the ground as young Ryan Donaldson. He's a former junior from Wembley Downs Junior Footy Club. Used to board at Hale School, and he's a bit of trivia. My brother used to coach him as a junior. Just a huge tank, mate. He just ran and ran and ran. So good to see him still enjoying the game of footy. So we're 1 goal apiece at 6 points, and we've gone 11 minutes of the first quarter. So Murray brings the ball to the ground, trying to find his teammate there in Donaldson and/or Harding. Both of them overran it. Get it now through Harding. He's been everywhere. Paul pushing the back surely to the Fremantle C.B.C. player. The umpire didn't see that. It's about 5 or 6 players around the contest. The umpire says, give the ball to me. It's going absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, they seem to be letting the ball play a little bit more tonight, which is a good way to start the game.
So have it now. Once again, University kicking the left of the screen of Fremantle C.B.C, who are dressed in the canary yellow there to the right of the screen. Jack Colvin tried to get the ball for University. He somehow pulls the ball out to Davies. He throws it Russ on his left foot. Good pressure there by University. Going through the contest is okay. There's got about 3 or 4 players, Fremantle C.B.C, around the contest. That's why University are in trouble. They just somehow push the ball forward. But somehow Fremantle C.B.C get it through Anthony. Oh, good strong mark. Surely the umpire said no, it wasn't. Good pressure by Uni. bring the ball forward. Pressure by them was okay. Tell you what, that was just unfortunately wasn't a good mark to them. We'll just see who that player was. It was
Yeah, he's gone for a good fly, hasn't he? And unfortunately, he's just ended up dropping it. But, yeah, good pressure around the ball there by University.
might have been the big fly by the big fella in Murray. Umpire says holding the ball. Or his crowd's talked him into it. They
Good
can
tackle.
have the tackle now. University can repel, tucked away deep in the pocket. He has the ball now. Donaldson lowers his eyes. Good kick, uses the ball extremely well. And finds his teammate over there in Jackie Colvin. Colvin has it pretty stagnant at the moment. They are University. He just throws it on his boot down that far wing. He's going to turn the ball straight over. Good defensive mark. Been taken by Fremantle C.B.C. Was okay. They're trying to push the ball forward. One of those players over there was Justin Morrissey. No relation to James Morrissey, the singer or the player from Hawthorn. Pushing the ball forward was Nicky Borovic from Fremantle C.B.C. Once again, the pressure is very good. And Liam Anthony decides to say, umpire, give the ball to me. We're about 45 metres out from the Fremantle C.B.C. area.
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be tough to take many contested pack marks tonight. So if someone can actually grab one, I think they're going to be few and far between.
So soccer the ball out the ground was the big fella over there, and Sam King. He pushed the ball forward. Numbers there for Uni. If stands up, it could be okay. Oh, risky handball out of travel. Umpire says, lucky it's a boundary line throw in. Give the ball to me. So we've just gone 13 minutes. And it's 1 goal apiece to University, 1 goal to Fremantle C.B.C. Tucked away in the pocket. Boundary umpire throws the ball in. Murray doing the ruck work. He brings the ball to the contest. Liam Anthony doing the roving for him. He's out, muscled by Colvin. Colvin and Anthony. So on the far side, socks the ball forward, but Uni have the numbers, setting up extremely well, taking a good defensive mark as Jack Colvin. He's been everywhere. Finds his team over the far side of Timmy O'Hara. Usually down forward. Here's O'Hara. He's finding himself down back here. And good kick. Dropped his ear there. That player was Ben Taylor. Goes back in the contest. Smart. Sockers the ball, Tom, but he turns the ball straight back over. And Nettie Brennan takes a defensive mark for Fremantle C.B.C. You can raffle that. There's 2 of them. Handball was over the top. Was okay. Fell under hands of Nick Borovic. He's on the right boot. Running on hard at the contest. Lucky he didn't connect. He could have been knocked into next year, but he wasn't. They have the numbers here. Do Fremantle C.B.C. I tell you what, if they had a connector there, he could have been in all kinds of trouble there.
No, he might have been in a bit of trouble for sure, but it looks like he's okay and good to go. But pressure's still up. Both teams going really hard at the footy.
They certainly are. Doing the ruck work this time is going to be Tom Wright. He somehow brings the ball forward. Handball is okay. Found Aidan Delelio. Good ball over the tap. Lucky wasn't a mark. Running through the contest very hard was Donaldson. He's at the bottom of the pack again. Chain was handballs okay, Uni. They're using the ball very well through Davies. Risky kick in the corridor. Bounce off his chest.
Yeah.
Don't often see that by Nick Borovic. Rubber chest Borovic. This player's been actually everywhere. Ben Miller for University. But the kick, as soon as you pump a person's tyres up, Ward, they let you down. But it's been good, Miller.
Miller, as you mentioned, young Donaldson before. I think between Miller, Harding and Donaldson, look, they've all got really big tanks, actually. So that's where I think they could actually win the game today there. Miller's ball use can sometimes be a little bit suspect, but look, he finds a lot of the footy.
So boundary umpire throws the ball in. Doing the ruck work once again was the big fella there, and Sam King. Tackle's okay. Here he is again, Miller. Handball's okay. Left foot was ordinary by Ben Taylor. They can pick the ball up. There could be away. Well done through the contest was good. The pressure by University is okay. Can go back to the chain. Ran in with his own player was Nick Borovic. He bounced off his own player. Would you believe? Don't often see that.
Jeez, he's gone the Falcon. He's run into a player as well. It hasn't been a good last 2 minutes
He's
for
had a shocking couple
Nick
of minutes,
Borovic.
hasn't he? But just gone on about 18 minutes of the first quarter. University 1 goal 6 straight. And Fremantle CBC also 1 goal 6 straight. University's pocket trying to push the player off there was Blakely. He's been very quiet early. Nathan Blakey, the doc. He's could be into trouble here. Umpire's seen something. The other umpire at the other end has seen a high tackle. And Fremantle CBC will be the recipient of the free kick. They can switch the play very well and finds Jordan Newman. Newman tucked in a pocket. Perfect conditions here. Or risky kick down the corridor, but it comes off. Finds Tommy Smith. Smith looking at his options for Fremantle CBC. No one's running for him. His umpire's going to call play on in a minute. He's done that. He's decided to play on. He's just going to chip the ball up to the half-back flank here. And good pressure by the University player was very good. The players there, Tommy Valaris, who's been okay as well.
Yeah, that's probably the first instance we've seen where it was just, genuine kind of stop-start footy. Both teams actually taking their time there and trying to get a bit of a mark up the line.
So the big ruckman there, and Harris Murray was okay, but his opposition ruckman was even better. That's Sam King. Good effort by the big fella. His big tour down there, finds his teammate over there, and Brennan Ching decides to go way back. So his teammate over there chipping the ball down. It's an order kick, tried to find King, but his opposition ruckman was okay with Murray. And Murray's kick is an absolute Barry Crocker. So it's going to come back to Fremantle, C.B.C. and Tom Smith. The skills by both these sides early. We'll blame the Dew Ward. That's
what I was just thinking, mate.
So DeLilio on the left. Tried to find Anthony's. Picked himself up. Second effort was okay. Caught one high, surely, umpire. Umpire said, no, he didn't. I tell you what, if that wasn't a head-high tackle, I'll do something else. But we're 45 metres out. The Fremantle CBC's attacking forward area. They are 1 goal, and SUNY University also 1 goal. Anthony has it. Good tackle. Lucky it wasn't a throw. Umpire saw that right in front of him. Or it's a sling tackle. I thought it was a throw or a sling tackle.
Yeah, Dwayne Lake very unlucky there. I thought he actually held a pretty good tackle. Brendan Chen, quick hands to get the ball out. But I think he has called the sling tackle?
He's called the sling tackle, yep. I think it's either Jaden Brooks or it's Dion Anthony.
I think this could be Jaden Brooks with a free kick.
Jaden Brooks is about... No, they're going to give it back to Anthony. We'll raffle it. Well, umpire said, look, I'll decide. Give the ball to me. Get lined up in the position. The forward, the mark's here, and I'm going to decide who gets the kick. You move over there, Mr. Anthony. You can have the ball. Now you can have a crack. So here he is. Dion, 45 metres out. Take a good kick from there, Ward.
Yeah, not a lot of breeze to speak of, but I reckon he's had a bit of practice on this ground over the years.
So here is Dion Anthony. Like I said, no breeze to talk about. Conditions are perfect here. Goes on the big arc. Starts it right. Didn't come back, and that's where it lands. So minor score, but they do hit the front. Fremantle CBC. They are 1-1. University of 1. We're gone just on 20 minutes of the first quarter.
Geez, he was worried about the distance, wasn't he? If he just runs straight at the player, that probably goes straight through the middle, I reckon.
Absolutely. University chipped the ball out and find Patrick Wilson tucked in a pocket. Wilson, right of the old Fremantle Footy Club play area. They're now down at Coburn, so they're no longer here. South Fremantle are. And they're going well in the waffle so far, aren't they, the Bulldogs?
Very, very well.
Can they do back-to-back? University have it now in the pocket. Umpire's called played on, so he just kicks the ball over the far wing, tries to find the big ruck. When Murray just about takes a good mark, brings the ball to ground. His second effort, Murray, was fantastic. And good effort by him. Again, a few metres they did University. And they still trail at the moment by 1 point. It's 1-1-7 to University, 1 goal 6. The umpire's going to throw the ball in. Tom Wright doing the ruck work this time for Uni. Finally, Nathan Blakely's gone on it. Falls in the hands of Anthony. Just throws the ball on the boot. Gains about 25 metres. University play overran it. That's why it falls in the hand of the Fremantle CBC player. They push the ball forward. Good defensive pressure taken by University was by Jack Colvin. Tackle's okay. Falls on his boot. Falls in the hands of Nathan Stewart. Stewart through traffic was okay, but he's turned the ball straight back over to Chris Bazzelli. Bazzelli handball over the top was even better by Mitch Henley, and Henley does the around the corner check side kick, but only for a minor point. Probably had a lot more time than he thought.
Yeah, they could be ruined that. Really good hands to get the ball through there, and had probably one on a 45-degree angle 30 metres out, or not even. He'll be ruined missing that one.
Good running out of the back line by Nick Winmar, the former Carlton and St Kilda listed player. Find him down at University in his second year, so like you said, they've got a few well-known players out here. So Dwayne Lake has it. Just about taking a good mark over the top was Nick Borovic. It's now turned over. Stands up here, they could be okay, University. Running hard at the contest. If he keeps his fit, was okay. The pressure was even better by Jordan Newman. He's turned the ball straight back over. The numbers are here with Fremantle to see through Miles Franklin. Franklin lowers his eyes. Good effort by then. Bit of a win for Fremantle C, but Donaldson says, give it to me. Handball to the top to Thomas Gajitsky, and fantastic pass. The vision was brilliant. The kick was even better. How good was that?
Mate, how good was the fend-off as well? He's just sit there and pushed him off, assessed his options, and hit an absolute bullet pass. I think Benny Taylor lining up for a goal.
But how's the kick? The way to kick.
Mate, beautiful.
Thomas
Really good.
Kajitsky was fantastic.
Ex-Claremont, I think.
Yep, I think you're right. So Benny Taylor, trusting left foot directly out in front, starts it right and it stays that way as well. Costly miss by Taylor. But once again, we're all even Stevens. 1 goal, 1 apiece. That's a total of 7. Sorry, Fremantle C.B.C. are 1-2-8. They're up by 1 point. We've gone just on 23 minutes of the first quarter. Miles Franken running the ball out for Fremantle C.B.C. Good, strong defensive mark's been taken by Harrison Murray. He's been good early, the big fella. Murray. Looking at his option, he just puts the ball straight to the forward pocket area, trying to find Blakely, outnumbered by 3 or 4 players. Fremantle CBC, well done through a chain of handball. Donaldson handball, just about to throw right in front of the umpire. He didn't see it. Going through traffic was Luke Solomon. Well, it was a good effort and finds the play there in Jaden Brooks. Brooks lowers his eyes, kicks the ball down the wing side area. Good attack of the mark. Excellent grad's been taken by Jared Delavani. He tries to switch the ball over the far side. It's a costly kick, but they have numbers here. Good tackle by the University player. Fremantle CBC have it. Somehow get it. Donaldson's at the bottom of the pack. He overrun it, but threw in a good tackle. Good effort by Fremantle CBC. They just persisted with pressure. It finds Taylor Charwell. Tries to find King. He dropped it. That's why University have it. The numbers there was good. Defensive pressure was even better. The ball's going nowhere, and umpire says give the ball to me.
Geez, interesting 50-50 ball there. I wasn't sure about the kick from Delaval straight to the middle of the ground, but it came off, and they find themselves right around the goal now.
So they have the balls now, just pushing the ball forward. University can find the players just come onto the ground. It stands up, will be okay. And a good mark's been taken by Sam Trombetto. And finds Thomas Kazitsky. The guy uses the ball extremely well. He has it now. Looking at his options here. He just throws the ball on his boot. I was just about to push in the back of the mark, or both. So Sam Trombetta has had a good couple of minutes.
Yeah, they normally end up playing Trombetta forward. So he's a bit further up the ground at the moment, but hasn't been able to get into it so far.
So Bullets the pack here. University have numbers. Well, lucky he didn't get one high as a University player. That could be out of bounds on the full. Don't know what Ned Brennan was thinking then. He wasn't thinking what he was doing with his foot. So Matthews Montaris has it, and that's quarter time. As a field umpire has just been poleaxed by the University player. Very unusual that. So quarter time here. Fremantle C.B.C. are 1-2. Uni are 1-1 in a very low scoring first quarter, Ward.
Yeah, I think the thing we've noticed really so far is probably the pressure in the contest. Both teams going really hard at the footy, relishing playing some Friday night footy under the lights at Fremantle Oval. Low scoring first quarter, a few skill errors, but look, the pressure's been really good from both sides, and it sets us up for a pretty good rest of the game, I reckon.
A very good crowd. Didn't come on the crowd here. Probably 300 or 400 here. It's a very good crowd. The Fremantle bar is absolutely chockers there, so they've all got masks on, all sticking to their COVID rules. So good crowd, good company. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back at the start of the second quarter. So Fremantle Oval sees Fremantle CBC 1-2-8, leading University 1-1-7. Welcome back to Fremantle Oval. This clash between these two oldest clubs in the Perth Footy League. University, been around since 1913, Ward, and Fremantle C.B.C. 1932. That's a lot of history there.
I had a lot of history. I remember we were down at, where were we last year? Sorry, it was out at North Freo, but even going in there and just seeing the history up on the walls in the club rooms, it makes you reflect and think about, how long some of these footy clubs have been around, and to sit here with a game like this today with Uni and CBC, the two longest serving teams, look really, really, really a pleasure.
So other games also around the grounds over the weekend. We'll see North Beach play Scarborough. That'd be an absolute corker game at Charles Riley, just down the road from where I'll be moving into North Beach. So it should be a fantastic game between those two clubs. Kingsway and Collegians, that should be a ripper as well. North Fremantle versus Curtin Uni, and Trinity Aquinas versus Wembley. And next week we're at Curtin Uni versus Wembley. So that'll be a good game as well. So a lot of really good high standard games over the weekend.
Yeah, It's good now. We're starting to get a real feel of where some of the teams are sitting. We came out and saw Kingsway play last week against Scarborough. Our first look at Scarborough, we thought Kingsway were going to be pretty red hot, but look, Scarborough obviously a little bit too good last week, and we've seen a pretty good even contest so far. So really even competition, and just great to see some good footy every week.
Yeah, Scarborough did well, didn't they? They were behind the 8 ball. I think what cost Kingsway was, I think when Chad Barnes went off midway through the second with a calf, I think they just lost their memento again, and just Scarborough so well. Wade Toomey's a brilliant coach. He'll be a good waffle coach one day, I think, Wade Toomey.
Yeah, look, I think he will be as well. It was interesting watching. Toomey played really as that general through the middle, and you could see his composure and his experience. But look, even when he came off the ground, I always noticed that he chucked Scotty Worthington right into the middle there as well. Once again, some experience, and they had those type of players right throughout the ground. Sometimes, not always household names for maybe people that don't follow the amateur scene, but some really good players that go through that Scarborough Footy Club, and I think they'll make him a good threat this year again.
And because you're giving up your Friday night, Ward, I want you to plug your bit of a business out. Anyone wants to get involved with volleyball, who do they should contact, mate?
Excellent. So, look, I have the pleasure of running a beach volleyball centre out in Malaga. Just heard from my business partner, full house out there tonight, which is great. But, look, we do have weekday comps as well, Monday through Thursday. But, look, Friday nights are a good night to get down there. Just play some social volleyball, BYO drinks and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, look, I may be a bit biased, but it's a pretty good Friday night normally.
Well, you had to give me a free plug, mate, because you pulled away from your business to call this game, provide comments. So thanks very much, Ward Harrison. Very good experience background. We're talking about Leon Baker. He had a bit to do with when he was at West Perth, and he's celebrating his 50th game for Richmond, which, speaking of the AFL, what's the score there between Richmond and the Cats? Yeah,
look like we've got a bit of a contest at the moment. We're 10 minutes into the third quarter. Cats actually up by 2 points. 9-5-59. Richmond 8-9-57. So looks like we've got a pretty good contest out there today.
Very good. So just about to start the second quarter here. Umpire is going to throw the ball up in the sky. And University in the green, they'll be kicking to the right. And Fremantle CBC in the canary yellow, they'll be kicking to the left. Ball's in the contest. Donaldson caught one high. The umpire said play on. Fremantle CBC have it. Pressure was okay for University, but I think the Fremantle player got a little bit high. The umpire's seen that as well. So relieving the kick is Brendan Chen. He can just play on, slams on his boot, running forward. Good defensive sport, but taking O'Hara down the back. Running in the contest was okay. That player there was Sam King. University have the numbers and the name through Nathan Stewart. Tackle and the pressure was good by the Fremantle CBC players. Caused the turnover. They have the ball now. Falls in the hands of Anthony and chips the ball forward. And good pressure by the Fremantle CBC to lock that ball in the forward 50. Trying to see who that player is. Walter can't pick him up at the moment.
The one out with the ball at the moment.
He's right on the 50-metre mark. Take a good kick from there.
Yeah, we can't. I thought it could have been player number 8, but I could be wrong.
Looks pretty confident. Decides to play on. Sells a bit of ice candy. And outside 50. Minor score. Oh, very slack for that University player in the mark.
Yeah, Benny Miller, he gave him a bit of a serve as he went by as well, saying, why aren't you standing on the mark?
He said, well, look at this, mate. I'm going to sell a bit of ice candy around you. And lucky he didn't kick a goal. So University can have it. Risky kick, but it comes off. It falls in the hand of Ben Miller. He's been outstanding. Miller decides to take a bounce. Decides to switch play using his left foot. The kick was okay, but Redden even better was Anthony. Liam Anthony decides to play on, kicks the ball to the hot spot there, taking a good defensive mark. Over the top was okay. It's about pushing the bat to Salamone. Umpire said no, he wasn't. But Anthony's so smart. He read that play very well. Won a very good kick on the left foot by Miller, but Liam Anthony was too smart and stole it out of his back pocket.
Yeah, look, really good kick there. And look, once again, the forwards are struggling to take those contested marks.
Brings the ball to ground. They have the numbers there. Donaldson, he's been everywhere. Takes a bounce. Decides to switch the ball like it's not a relayed free kick, but he turns the ball straight. That good pressure over the top. The Fremantle player can take the player in Jordan Newman. No relation to Sam. And Baselli has it now. He decides to kick the ball to the hot spot for Fremantle C.B.C. Spall's okay. Leaving at the bottom of the pack was very smart by Anthony. Anthony had the ball sport by the University bloke. Check side kick on the pocket. It's out of bounds on the floor. That play was Luke Salamone. But Anthony's just so smart at the drop of the ball, Ward. He just knows where to go.
Yeah, look, really smart there. Two players up from University just sat front and centre of that contest. Almost jagged a really good goal. And I think that's how we're going to see a lot of our goals tonight.
So University can relieve the pressure. Umpire's call played on. Switch over the plate was okay. And University have the play here. It could be Nick Winmar. Umpire decides to play on. So he doesn't know which way to go. Oh, well done, Winmar. He's smart, this player. Decides to kick the ball. It's an absolute shocker in the air. Numbers on the contest is okay. Ben Miller was one of those players at the bottom of the ball. Anthony had it again and pushed the ball forward and finds Sam King. King decides to put the ball in the attacking forward pocket area. Trying to appeal for a free kick was a University player in Tom Bertoli. Umpire said, I'm not that dumb. I'm right on the spot. So the boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. So still 1 goal 3-9 to 1 goal 1-7. Fremantle C.B.C. up by 3 points. We're gone about 5 minutes of the second quarter. Boundary umpire throws the ball in. Bringing the ball to ground was the play there in Chad Sims. Umpire says, give the ball to me. Interesting how many ball ups they have throughout the course of this evening.
Yeah, I was thinking they're almost playing that wet weather style footy at the moment. A lot of numbers around the contest. There's
Donaldson at the bottom of the pack. He tried to burrow his way through. Anthony tackled him. Umpire says, ball's going nowhere. Give the ball to me. So he's got Ryan Donaldson. He's just small and natural, but he's got a bit of ticker, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does, absolutely.
And throws on the tackle there, does Donaldson. Have the ball now. Tackle once again was okay by Miller for University. Somehow have the ball here. Chucked on the left boot from outside 35. And good sprawl over the back by Timmy O'Hara. Made his name for Claremont playing up forward. So down back, O'Hara. And also he's played state footy as well. So University bringing the ball out through the courtesy of Winmar on his right boot. Just about to push in the back, and umpire didn't see that way. That gentleman over there was Giles Dent. Umpire says, give the ball to me. They're very brave sitting under that scoreboard. I tell you what, it'll be very cold over there.
Yeah, it's starting to get pretty brisk. Still doesn't look like there's a lot of breeze out there at the moment, but I can only imagine it's starting to get very cold down at Fremantle.
So boundary umpire throws the ball up. When the ball and bringing the contest is Murray. He's been okay for Uni, the big ruckman. Tackle was very aggressive by the University player. Brings the ball on the contest. Umpire says, give the ball to me. So just on 6 minutes. C.B.C. are 1-4-10. Uni are 1-1-7. Shout out to the sponsors, University, Centre Prize, Paganine, the Lawyers, BDO, Four Pines, Subi Hotel, BJ Timber and Flooring, and the Brew Hub. So University have it. Good tackle was okay by Miller and Donaldson. He's at the bottom of the pack. Fremantle C.B.C. player as well. Umpire says, give the ball to me. Throw it right in front of the scoreboard. Throwing the ball up. Well done over the top by Murray. The knock was okay, but well rode by the Fremantle C.B.C. player. Puts the ball in the hot spot. It's ball over the top by Winmar was good. Ball's in the contest. Donaldson at the bottom of the ball. Handball over to Miller. He's been tackled or set upon. Could be in a bit of trouble. He could be holding the ball. Umpire said, no, give the ball to me. They just don't like making a decision. The bottom of the pack there was Ben Harding for University.
No, I think they're clearly rewarding the player that's getting to the ball first at the moment.
So ruck work is okay by Murray. Flicked over the top. Using the left foot was Timmy O'Hara. Try to find Blake. You tell he's been very quiet. He hasn't had a touch, I wouldn't have thought. The Doc. So Fremantle C.B.C. have it now. Tucked away in the half-back flank. Can switch the play over here if they like. They do that. The kicks will be good, and it is, and finds Taylor Chalwell. Very stagnant both sides, aren't they, Ward? Not much running, carrying the legs of the players, so he decides to play on, and it's a good kick, and finds his teammate over there in Chad Sims.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of this so far. Probably only the second or third time throughout the game that they're just trying to chip it around and actually gain some possession up the ground.
And finds Ned Brennan. He can switch to play, and he does do that effectively to Taylor Chalwell. Chalwell decides to play on, lowers his eyes. Good kick. Oh, dropped an easy mark with Sam King. That was ordinary. So University can repel, and they do that, and they're bringing the ball over the far side, just on his hands and knees was okay. King was even better. Luxor Fortune falls the hands of Donaldson. He can switch to play. University could be out of here, and they are. Pushing the ball forward, lowers his eyes to a forward, half-forward flank. Good strong mark. Good passage of play, Uni. The best passage of play so far. Just used the ball extremely well and taking a good, strong mark was the Claremont player. I think Lukey... No, it's not Lukey Salomon. It's Matty Davies, the big left footer. What's this guy? This guy can kick a footy, this bloke.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I think he made a name for himself, really look off that half-back and then normally pushing up onto a wing. Finds himself playing forward for University at the moment, but always been a really good user of the footy.
I'll tell you a bit of trivia about his old man in a minute, his late old man. Here he goes. Davies on his left foot from outside 50. Have a look at that. How good's that kick? I think it could be a goal. And a fantastic goal from outside 50 to Matty Davis. So his old man, a bit of trivia, is the late Stewie Davis, and he played Australia Commonwealth goals in the sport of lawn bowls.
There you go. Beautiful. So a good sporting pedigree there.
Yep, and his stepfather's the Phil Lamb, the commissioner for the Footy Commission.
Gotcha.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, bit of trivia there for what it's worth, Ward.
I like a bit of Camerom's trivia, mate. There we go.
But that was a great kick, wasn't it, for Sam Davies? From outside 50, a thumping left foot kick and really good goal.
Oh, look, I think we were both backing him in as well. Both pretty confident. We've seen him play a bit of footy over the years. But a great threat up forward for University today, who now hit the front.
They do that front by 3 points, 2-1 to 1-4. Just on 10 minutes of the second quarter. Ruckwork was okay by King. He brought the ground. Donaldson overran it. He's been everywhere. Donaldson kills with the ball forward. Miller's at the bottom. Good tackle by him. Somehow pushed the ball forward by Jared Stewart. Oh, caught one high. Surely there was a University player.
Trombotto.
He's caught one high. And good call there. And you picked it well. Shawnee Trombotto. And this could be another handy goal to Uni.
I think so. I think he's the type of player the conditions will really suit. Obviously, he's a smaller kind of player. Showed a lot of pace. We saw that in the first quarter when he was coming out of the back line and just worked his absolute butt off to go and get another possession. So, look, he could be a dangerous player between himself and Davies that they've really got to watch out for tonight, C.B.C.
So here's Trombotto. It's about 30 metres out on a bit of an angle. No breeze to talk about. Deliberate shot of goals, and I tell you what, he's pushed it right. There's no breeze. I don't know why they're pushing right. It's just still here at the moment.
Yeah, they seem to be pushing a lot of them out right, don't they?
So it's a minor score. On the scoreboard sees University in front now by the tune of 4 points. Fremantle C.B.C have the ball now. Anthony decides to take the game on himself. Lowers his eyes. Good kick, pushing the back surely. Umpire's seen that as well. So it's going to be a free kick to Fremantle C.B.C to Jaden Brooks. He has it. Can chip the ball down the line. It's a good kick here and finds his teammate in the half-back flank. Fremantle C.B.C, they've in a bit of a lull at the moment. University have the best of the second quarter so far. Fremantle C.B.C, well, good spoil on the top of the University defender in Jack Colvin. It somehow falls in the hands there of Mitch Henley from Fremantle C.B.C. He caught one high. It was a University. I think he got a fend off there.
Yeah, high fend off there as he was coming through.
The umpire was right on. It could be Nicky Wimar relieving the pressure for University. Man of experience. Former listed player for St Kilda and Claremont. Has it now. Can just chip the ball down the side. That not good kick. Has to go back. They have it now to Jack Colvin. Switch with those play was okay, and from Tom Bertoli. Bertoli can switch as well, can find Timmy O'Hara. O'Hara lowers his eyes. Good kick. Chipping the ball and finds Benny Taylor. Taylor can switch. It's a risky kick. It's a 4-on-1. There could be in a bit of trouble here. Stands up okay. King hang it. Hand over the top to Medoli over the top. Well, he had to do something special, and he did. Put his body right on the contest as Ben Taylor. What was he thinking then? Switching the ball into 3 or 4 Fremantle CBC players.
They got really, really lucky there. I think if Chen's handball had been a little bit better in front of Meadowcroft, they might have been run into an open goal. So
Brooks has it. Well done by Donaldson. The handball was even better. There's that one-sided effort. Should have used his right because he's in trouble. That player was there is Ben Taylor. If it's on your right, you've got to use your right. You shouldn't run back on your left, and that's what's holding the ball. And an opportunity now for the Fremantle CB play and Lukey Salamoni.
I've liked Salamoni so far. He's had a fair bit of the footy, but he seems pretty classy when he has it as well. I think ex-Perth, and I think he might have even ended up on West Coast Waffle list for a little while as well.
So he's about 40 metres out. Pretty difficult angle. Deliberate shot of goal. Salamoni start to right behind this and goes a little bit right and lucky to get a score if anything. It's a force behind. It's the first score for Fremantle CBC so far this quarter. They go on the Carlton dry score to 1 goals 5, but they trail University 2 goals 2. So Uni have it. Up the play was okay. And finds Donaldson. He's been everywhere, young Donaldson. Chips the ball down the right. Good kick. Find his partner in crime there in Thomas Villaris. He's on his right. Chips the ball over. Good strong mark by the University player. I think it'll be Stewie Davis again. Matty on the right. Kicks the ball to a one-on-one contest. Good spot over the top by the player there in Brooks. He brings the ball in the contest. Surely caught one high there or holding the ball. It's the ladder.
That's a great tackle there by Nick Borovac.
Under pressure, wasn't he? Just vice-like grip. He wasn't going anywhere.
Benny Miller was about to flick onto his left foot, and he's normally pretty good at snapping the ball around the body, but great tackle by Borovac.
So Borovac has it now, trying to put his footy boot on.
I think what to watch out for at the moment, I've noticed Sam King, he seems to be rucking most of the game. Look, Hamish Murray's been very, very good, and Blakely, when he's gone in there, he's probably rucking about 10 minutes a quarter. I've noticed King starting to look a little bit tired, so look, maybe watch out for that one, as the big men could get on top.
And a good strong mark been taken by Jack Colvin for University. Right in front of the scoreboard. He can go back. That's okay. In a bit of trouble here. Must lower his eyes, and they do that. And find the teammate over there. I think that's Nathan Blakely. The right foot was okay. And hits up Miller. Miller on his right boot. Oh, he's just turned the ball straight over. Reading it better was Sam King. He can switch the play and finds Anthony. Anthony in the true centre-half back position. He switched the play. Just he's kicked that one high. But he heard the shout-out to his teammate. Stands up, could be okay. It wasn't. Oh, good in the back, surely, umpire. Right in front of you. University players on the top of him. One of those was Chomboto. And the University player did like that. Neither did the Fremantle CBC player. So we're going just on 15 minutes of the second quarter. University 2-2-14. Fremantle CBC a 1-5-11. A margin of 3 points. Trying to push the ball out was King the Ruckman. University have that shell of the canny was okay. Handball was even better by Harding. He flicked it out to Miller. Miller on the left foot. Oh, just about taking an easy mark. Running on the right boot was Brent Evans, and taking a good strong mark was a University player. But that kick by Evans around the corner, that was very, very smart.
Yeah, very, very good there. Really strong mark as well, and we get a deliberate set shot at goal.
The University player has it.
Number 6, is it?
Shouldn't be too far here. That's Jared Stewart. Stewart directly in front. 25, 30 metres out. Straight over the goal, umpire's head, and that is a very handy goal to University, courtesy of Jared Stewart. Just stretched their lead by more. They've had a lot of play this quarter, Ward.
Yeah.
Fremantle CBC haven't played all that flash this second quarter.
No, look, they haven't. We've got a player coming off with the blood rule, and, geez, it looks like he's got a little bit coming out from the eye there. But look, back to that last contest there, we really noticed, it's been the players that have dominated so far for Uni. Donaldson flicked it out to Harding, got it into Miller, then really good kick around the body from Evans. Jared Stewart goes back and kicks a fairly simple goal there. So, look, they're starting to get on top a little bit, and I think it was all started with the knock try by Hamish Murray. So, look, University are really starting to get on top around the middle of the ground.
So right in the middle of the bullseye here at Fremantle Oval. Ruckwork once again is going to be done. This time it's going to be Jared Brooks versus Harish Murray. Murray's had a good game this evening. Wins the ruck contest again. Tries to find his teammate there in Dwayne Lake. He pushed the ball forward but overrun it and picked it up by the Fremantle player. And Marilini, who kicked the first goal in the first quarter, hasn't been cited since. University have the players and the numbers around the contest and tries to do the old fashioned just rugby scrum to push his player forward. It didn't work, so umpire's going to throw the ball up. 50 metres out, bringing the ball to contest. Well done by Murray. Tackles even better by the University player. There's a chain of handballs. It's absolutely fantastic by Donaldson. He's had a good game, Donaldson, in the contest once again. Fremantle have the numbers. University through Donaldson. Good handball was okay. Montaris has it for University. He's turned the ball straight over. Fremantle C.B.C. through a chain of handballs was good. Good passage of play here. Push the ball to the forward 50. Sprawl over the top by O'Hara was fantastic. He might be hanging on to the Fremantle C.B.C. player. The umpire said no, he wasn't. Second or third effort by the big fella in Timmy O'Hara. Ward. That was very, very good footy.
Yeah, very good. He's been good down back so far, O'Hara. It was good there to see C.B.C. That's probably the first time I've seen them transition the ball so cleanly, and unlucky not to get a go on goal.
So have it now, Fremantle.
Good pressure.
C.B.C. The pressure was good by Anthony. That's the brother, Dion, of the captain coach Liam, the famous North Melbourne player. So 35 metres out, Fremantle C.B.C. They have an opportunity to peg one back here. Umpire throws the ball. Murray doing the ruck work. Brings in the contest. Try to find his teammate there. It's Harding. Rove over the top was okay. The goal was even better.
Salamoni.
I think it's Salamoni. Has kicked a fantastic goal for Fremantle CBC. Lukey Salamoni. They needed that one. They've had all the play so far, University, but a little 2-minute burst there and Fremantle CBC pull one back.
Yeah, really, really good there. I noticed, as I mentioned before, Hamish Murray and Blakely really starting to get on top of King in the ruck there. Delavali's given him a bit of a chop out, but the CBC players are really starting to rove to the University ruckman. It was really well sharked there by the CBC player, and then Salamoni with his experience right onto the left foot, and a well-deserved goal for CBC.
So the Carlton Dry scoreboard, see University 3 goals 2, leading CBC Fremantle 2 goals 5. So good contest this. The umpire throws the ball up. Doing the ruck work this time is Brooks. He brings the ball forward. The University have the numbers, reading the play extremely well. Flicked out the handball was okay. Fan Taylor. Taylor on his left foot. He tries to find his teammate over there in Tom Bertoli. Bertoli and or Donaldson. Donaldson brilliant. It's about thrown over the boundary line was Donaldson. I think he's going to get a free kick for that. Umpire seen that as well. A little terrier from University, Ryan Donaldson. He's had a fantastic game, the boy from Wembley Downs. He has it now, Donaldson. Umpire's decided to play on, so he just kicks the ball down the line. Oh, good sprawl over the top by the defender there for Fremantle CBC. I think it was big Nick Borovic. A good sprawl over the top. So counting down the stage of the second quarter, the Carlton Dry scoreboard sees University 3 goals 2, that's 20. CBC Fremantle 2 goals 5, that's 17. A margin of 3 points to the favour of University. There's Donaldson again, using his left foot this time around the corner. Gained about 20 metres and running out for a boundary line throw-in. Probably kicking a half out for University's goal.
Geez, those little blokes have just been pretty dominant for University so far. Been very, very good, and probably why they find themselves just in front at the moment, 20 minutes into the second quarter.
So Ruckword Murray versus Brooks. Brooks wins it, brings the ball in the contest, or caught one high, surely was Miles Franklin. The umpire said, no, you didn't. Held to you. Give the ball to me for a throw up about 256 of the umpires here this evening. So umpire throws it up. Murray wins it. Roved okay. Was a player for University. The tackle's even better on Jordan Newman. Have the numbers out here through a bit of pace by the play. Kicked the last goal. Salamoni on his right. Well, tries to find the full forward, but good defensive pressure by O'Hara, but stands up okay from outside 40. This could be one hell of a goal, and I tell you what, it is. Great goal. Pick up that play in a minute, the Fremantle CBC play. He just turned on his left foot and just slammed that outside for a fantastic goal, set up once again by Luke Salamoni.
Oh, he actually got to the contest. I believe that was actually his second goal for the quarter, mate.
Fantastic effort. Very, very good effort. Tell you what, just last 2 or 3 minutes, Fremantle CBC just forged their way back in the contest, and now they hit the front.
Yeah, it seems to be when they're actually able to get the ball and get a bit of space, their pace seems to be that little bit better than University. They've got those really good in and under players, Uni, but look, when they seem to be getting this space at the moment, as I said, CBC very, very dangerous.
And they hit the front to Fremantle CBC. Contest once again, Murray wins it. Tries to find his teammate there in Dwayne Lake in the middle of the ground. Lake and Donaldson. Donaldson's tackle was fantastic. Even the pressure by the Fremantle CBC player Tom Smith was even better. Ball's going about 5 minutes to the right of the screen for Curtin Uni. So not Curtin Uni, University. Umpire throws the ball up. Murray was good. Finds Donaldson. Donaldson again, the chain of hamper was very good. Finds Miller. Miller on his long preferred right. Hitting the ball very well was the University key forward, but the tackle was even better by the Fremantle CBC defender Ned Brennan. And umpire says, give the ball to me.
Yeah, they're worried about the last 2 goals Uni at the moment. They've pushed 2 extra forwards up into the contest just to try and clog things up with only a couple minutes left in this quarter.
So University have it through Mantaris. It's been fairly quiet. He's pushed the play right in the middle of the back. The umpire's right on it. So Fremantle CBC can relieve the pressure. It decides to switch the play. It's an ordinary kick. Luck's of fortune because Tom Smith's there for Fremantle CBC and so is Mantaris for University. Somehow gets a handball out. Was okay. That could be out of bounds on the full, and it is. So coming back this time was Delelio. So Dion, looking at his option, uses his left foot, kicks down the line. So fine. Anthony, tell you what, the player at the moment, Donaldson, he's been everywhere. He goes one way, goes the other. Use his right foot. Fantastic skills of the little fella.
Oh, got very lucky there with that mark, I reckon.
Goes to Pat Wilson. Why doesn't someone man up on Donaldson? He's been everywhere. Kick was even better. The spore was even better by the Fremantle CBC player in Ned Brennan. So 3 goals, 5:23 to 3 goals, 2:20. Wouldn't be too long in this first half.
No, it can't be much longer now.
So boundary umpire throws the ball in. Ruck was okay by Murray. His opposite ruckman roved it, and Sam King. There's Donaldson again. Handball was okay. Mantaris was even better. Opens up the line and finds the teammate there in Jack Colvin. Colvin not through on his right boot. Liam Anthony down the back. Roving the top. That could be out okay. Oh, the pressure was good by that player over there for Fremantle CBC. Picked that player up in a minute. He went back in the contest. I think it was that player was King. His second and third effort was very, very good, and that's why the umpire says, give the ball to me. Yeah,
really quick transition footy there from University. Good to see him get the ball inside 50 there, but get great pressure by C.B.C to close it down.
So running off the ground now is Ryan Donaldson, earning a well-earned rest because he's been absolutely everywhere in the first half. He might have played himself in the maybe calculations for a state Guernsey against the Country Star in July.
Yeah, look, I was thinking that a bit earlier today when I was thinking about today's game. We've seen some good performances so far, and definitely some players putting their hands up for a state Guernsey.
So Ben Miller running hard at the contest. Through pace was okay, and strength was the Fremantle CBC player. So Brooks has it, tucked away in the pocket. Umpire says play on, so he decides to play on and just kicks the ball down the line. And that is half time here at Fremantle Oval. Sees Fremantle CBC. They are 3 goals 5. That's 23. University are 3 goals 2. That's 20 on the Carlton Dry scoreboards. The major goal scorers for University, Matt Davis, outside 50. Fantastic goal to Matt. He's had 1, Ferguson 1, and Stewart 1. And for University, Luke Salamone, he's been fantastic. He's kicked a couple. And Marinella has kicked 1 for Fremantle CBC. A game through its ebbs and flows, didn't it? Well, you know, University on top early in the second quarter, the early stages, and then Fremantle CBC just came back very well.
Yeah, look, I thought University might end up with a couple of goal lead there at half time, but look, credit to CBC. They came back really strong, probably from about the 17-minute mark in that quarter, and probably deserved to now be in front by 3 points at half time.
Just the University little players like Donaldson and Ben Miller around the contest, they've been very good. I'll keep talking up Ryan Donaldson, but he's had the ball on the string very much so far. And also the ruckman has done very, very well in Harrison Murray for University. But Fremantle CBC, they just managed to, just change the game plan a bit. And I think the coach, Liam Anthony, told them to play more more direct and get more numbers around the contest, and that's why at this stage of the second quarter they're in front by 2 points.
I think so. There was only a couple of passages of play where we saw them deliberately slow it down and try and hit that contest, but it's really been noticeable, especially halfway through that quarter, that once they got forward of centre, that was really trying to get that ball forward nice and quickly, and the couple of times they did, they were able to get goals both times. So really well done by C.B.C to come back strong at the end of that second quarter.
Absolutely. We're going to take a short break, probably 5 or 6 minutes for half time here, and the round 5 clash between University of Fremantle C.B.C and Fremantle Oval see Fremantle C.B.C 3-5, University 3-2. Welcome back to Fremantle Oval, with both sides have come out in the ground. Cam Roberts and Ward Harris doing the calling for you this evening, and Haley doing a great job doing the producing, and Jack upstairs doing the filming. Well done, Jack. And also thanks very much to Dave Armstrong. Not often the CEO from the Perth Foot League brings us up some nice party pies and sausage rolls, so well done, Dave.
Beautiful. That made half time that little bit better for us, I reckon. There,
tell you what, Ward, you went in there to have a slash in the dunnies, and I tell you what, you said the crowd in there's huge.
Oh, absolutely. It was about 7 deep at the old urinal there, mate, so I had to wait my turn and do what we had to do, but we're back into Coulson footy. Absolutely flat out here
5
tonight.
to 600?
Oh, I reckon. Look, it's I've seen some good waffle crowds down here on a Friday night, and I reckon it would compare to that. Really great atmosphere here, and it's great to see people out supporting their local clubs in Uni and C.B.C.
Yeah, shout out to the supporters of University and Fremantle C.B.C. to come and support these two long-serving sides in the competition. So well done to the supporters. Really, really good effort. A bit of a surprise in the AFL too is Geelong have actually poleaxed Richmond. I wouldn't have picked that.
No, I wouldn't have seen that one coming at all. Richmond came out all guns blazing at the start of the game, but 7 minutes into the fourth quarter now, Geelong by 51 points, so going to be a big victory for them, and shows the evenness of the AFL competition.
It certainly does, and being a Hawks man, I can't see us beating West Coast, although it's at the MCG. It's about anything what's going for it, but I think West Coast will be far too good, and hopefully Fremantle can bounce back after that pretty ordinary effort in the Derby last week.
Yeah, I think so. Look, I think they've showed some pretty good signs throughout the year, but West Coast just end up getting on top of them, and a pretty easy 10-goal win in the end.
Absolutely, it's players getting their position. Murray's been very good for University. He's in there in the engine room, as long as Ben Miller, Donaldson, and also I think Dwayne Lake as well. And doing the ruck work for Fremantle C.B.C. or in the yellow jumpers are Sam King. So see how he goes here. So it's King versus Murray. Umpire throws a ball in the air to start the proceedings once again. Murray, good knock. We're over the top by Anthony. Keeps his feet, it's okay. Handball's okay, but the pressure was good by Murray. He calls the turnover. University can go forward here, and they do that through the courtesy there of Ben Miller on the left foot. Miller have the numbers out there. One of those players was Miles Franklin for Fremantle CBC, overran it. Went back in the contest at the bottom of the pack once again is young Ryan Donaldson, who got told he won the Colts Ferris and Best a couple of years ago. That's right, Ward?
Yeah, very good, and they that engine room for University going very well at the moment.
So they have the ball now to Stewart. Bottom of the contest was okay, was Ben Harding. Picked the ball up, was okay. Pushing the back, would have thought to Delilio. The umpire said no, he wasn't, and he could be in trouble. The umpire says no, give the ball to me. Liam Anthony's brother Dion's on the bottom of the pack. The umpire says give the ball to me. Doing the ruck work this time for University of Troy Cullerton. He's got tackled by Anthony. Ball's going nowhere. Umpire says give the ball to me. So just started the third quarter. There's no difference on the scoreboard. Fremantle CBC is still up by 3 points. Kick off the ground was okay by Franklin. That's not Buddy, it's Miles. Brings ball in the contest. University through brute strength. That player there was Joel Harris. He was good in the contest. Stood up in the contest. Got tackled on by about 3 or 4 players. Stood his ground, and good strong effort there by Jai Harris.
Yeah, both teams feeling each other out so far in this third quarter.
So Hamish Murray wins it. Tries to find his teammate over there in Dwayne Lake. He went back in the contest. Got pushed in the back or a trip. I think it's the ladder. It's a push in the back. This guy's done okay in the midfield in the engine room as well as Dwayne Lake. Lake has it. Looking at his options. He's going to go kick the ball straight into the hot spot. At the back. Oh, that's just about a mark for mine. Oh, I didn't have it. Surely it was Blakely. Umpire didn't see it. That was 9 times out of 10. He didn't get that. Handball's okay. That's pretty smart tackle when he didn't have it. Surely. Umpire said, give the ball to me. What do you have to do to earn a free kick out there? I tell you what, Ward, it's pretty hard work in the office.
Yeah, it is pretty hard work. I thought he should have claimed that mark, actually.
Totally.
Very, very unlucky to not get paid that one.
So, King versus Murray. Once again, Murray was good. Flicked the ball out the back. Tried to find his teammate there in Ben Miller. Patrick Joe play. Tackle was even better by the University playing Ben Harding. Like he wasn't holding the ball. Caught one high. Surely it was Anthony right in front of him.
He's played that one.
The other player, he's right in front of him. Said took the other umpire up the other end of the ground and wanted to pick that free kick out.
Yeah, look, both Benny Taylor and Dion Anthony been going pretty strong at the contest against each other. So a little bit of feeling out there to start this third quarter.
So Dion Anthony has it, lowers his eyes. There's a good kick, and a good mark's been taken by Cheng. So Brennan Cheng goes down the line. It's a good kick, just maintaining possession of the footy. They are C.B.C. And Solomoni's kicked 2 in the second quarter. He has it now. Bright orange boots. He decides to just throw this ball in the boots. A mongrel kick, ordinary kick off the boot. Defence's mark's been taken by Patrick Wilson. Tucked away in the half-back flank. Wilson for Uni. Trail at the moment by 3 points, 3-2 to 3-5. Wilson just kicks the ball on the boot. A one-on-one contest. Tries to find his teammate there in Cullerton. He's went back on it. Good effort by Cullerton on his left boot. Gains about 45 to 50 metres. And to find his teammate over there in Brent Evans. And haven't seen the Doc. He's been very, very quiet, hasn't he, for Uni?
Yeah, he has been very quiet. Look, Murray seems to be the main ruckman for them, and Nathan Blakely seems to be pushing him when the ball's going forward, but still probably playing 10 minutes of ruck per quarter at the moment.
So he has it now. Blakely brings the ball. Contest was good. The hit was even better to Miller. Miller on that trusting left foot over the top. Kings the ball. Caught one high. Surely the University play wasn't. Davies has it. Set upon by 2 or 3 players. One of those is Miles Franklin. The ball's going nowhere. Tell you what, he's lucky not to get a high tackle as well.
I have noticed that with Tromboto, though. He seems to be able to collect the ball and seems to get a bit lower to the ground very, very quickly. So, look, pretty smart forward, Tromboto.
Certainly is. The boundary umpire throws the ball in. Blakely has it for Uni. Brings the ball in the contest to the ground. Tries to find Jared Stewart. Close to the boundary umpire. Umpire says, give the ball to me. Just gone 5 minutes of this third quarter. Fremantle C.B.C. at 3-5-23. University at 3-2-20. Boundary umpire throws the ball in. It's Blakely in the contest once again. Brings the ball to the ground. Tries to find Matt Davies. Tackle's okay. Falls in the hand of Miles Franklin for University. Has it now through the chain of handballs. Bortoli was very good.
Oh.
Good effort. Oh, dropped what he should have taken. Was a University forward player there. Might have been Davies. That was an ordinary effort by then. I think it wasn't Davies. It was by Jake Conti.
Nah, Brent Evans, I reckon, has dropped that one. He probably definitely should have taken it.
Straight through his breadbasket. Blakely has it. Flicked over the top. Through brute strength. Like he wasn't holding the ball. Trying to brush it through was Tom Ferguson. He kicked a goal in the first quarter. Played with the umpire to get a kick. And the umpire said, not having that. So about 10 metres out from the University goal. They must convert it. They've had it in their forward 50 for the last 3 or 4 minutes. They have it now through Blakely. He tries to chisel the ball forward. Has it now. The University player wasn't running out of bounds as Matt Davies. He kicks around the corner. I'll tell you what. Nathan Blakely has kicked an inside-out banana. As soon as you mention his name, he comes up and does a fantastic goal. Tell you what, that is a highlight reel. Look, mark that one in the book. It is on the 5-minute 30 of the third quarter, and Nathan Blakely has kicked an absolute goal of the day.
Yeah, absolute play of the day and goal of the day there for sure. Look, great knock there by Sam King, but Nathan Blakely followed it up beautifully out to Matty Davies, who flicked out a nice little left-handed pass, and Nathan Blakely kicking one of the arsiest goals you're going to see tonight, I reckon. Well done to University.
Yeah, well done. Good effort by the big Doc. Obviously, his young fella is on the Fremantle list and should be probably getting more game time himself, but struggling to get a regular game for the Fremantle Dockers. And old man Mark played regular league footy for East Perth as well, the left footer. So in the middle of the ground once again, Sam King doing the ruck work versus Murray. Murray ruck walks fantastic. Flicked it out to Ben Miller. Miller on the left. Kicks the ball to the half-forward flank. Fremantle C.B.C. have the numbers trying to go through. Oh, caught one high there. And the umpire said, no, you didn't. Tell you what's another high free kick. It's gone missing there from the Fremantle C.B.C. players. I tell you what, they don't like each other. Good rivalry between these players, but Thomas Smith was very, very unlucky. Or they didn't get one eye.
Yeah, he was. Great smother there by Mantera as well. Really good pressure around the footy.
Oh, fantastic ruck work done by Sam King. He flicked the ball over to Anthony. Anthony on his right, pushed the ball forward. Stands up, they could be okay. The pressure was okay by the University playing Ben Harding. Didn't matter. Went on his boot was Anthony on this left. Pushed out of the ruck in the contest. Over there play is Della Villa. Della Villa on the bottom. Oh, player that didn't have it. Pushed out of the play surely was the University player. He's seen that as well, relieving the pressure. Tucked away in the back pocket. Could be O'Hara. He's had a good game. Decides to play on and kick the ball down. Tried to find Blakely. Ball over the top was very good. It was Murray in the opposition ruckman there. Was Jared Brooks. Brooks and Murray. Umpire said give the ball to me. The ball was going nowhere. So we've just gone 7 minutes of this third quarter. University back in front, 4 goals, 2-26. C.B.C, Fremantle, 3 goals, 5, that's 23. Umpire throws the ball in. King and also Murray, they pulled each other down the ground. No one really won that contest. The ball's on the ground. University have the numbers through Ben Miller. Flicked it back to Donaldson. Donaldson back to Miller. Good chain of handballs by here. University pushed the ball forward. Stands up, ball running and missed the play. Over there was Mould Franklin. Have to stands up. Took the player on. Could be holding the ball. Surely ran in the contest. This should be holding the ball. And the umpires said, yes, it is. And you'll probably find it's that player again, Matty Davies. And go back, son. You've got a thumping left foot kick and have a ping yourself.
Yeah, look, the ball ended up going into the forward line pretty quickly there. Jordan Newman running back with a footy. Needs to get rid of that handball, but great pressure by the University forwards, and Matty Davies finding himself with a kick on goal right on 50, and I'm backing him in, Cam.
Yeah, same here. Matty Davies, deliberate shot at goals. He's got a thumping left foot. Leans back on the left, falls over when he kicked, but it did not matter. It's gone goalpost high, and that is another goal to University, and the second goal to Matt Davies, one in the second, and another one in the third, and University get another goal.
Yeah, 2-goal lead now to University. Look, it's been a pretty up and down quarter so far. A lot of pressure around the footy. Both teams, really pushing hard each way. But University been able to take the best of their chances so far. First 2 goals of the third quarter.
Certainly is. And just once again in the engine room there, Donaldson and Miller and also Dwayne Lake in the middle of that engine room. They have a good little relationship, those guys, as we see Lake go straight in the middle once again. Those players there, and Harding and Lake and Stewart and Donaldson. They good engine room there, and Hamish Murray's doing a fantastic work in the ruck work. He gets the contest again, tries to find Donaldson. His second effort was okay, but Fremantle C.B.C burst through the centre forward area, tried to find Brooks. He overran it. University stand up in the contest. Lucky it wasn't a throw. Diving on the back of the ball there was Patrick Wilson. Umpire seen something higher. No, he hasn't. Give the ball to me. It's a really first forward thrust so far for Fremantle C.B.C. And we're going just on 10 minutes of the third quarter.
Look, they did shark that ball really well. Great kick inside 50 by Dion Anthony. And Delavalli really unlucky not to get that free kick there with that tackle.
So pushing the ball forward there was Brennan Ching. Around the corner was okay from Anthony. It's a clever kick. Could be goal, could be mark. It's a goal. Fantastic goal then by the Fremantle C.B.C. player then. Set up by Leon Anthony. The clever kick around the goal to him to bring the ball into the goal square, and a very, very good goal to the Fremantle C.B.C. player. We'll get their player up in a minute.
Jared Delavalli.
Jared Delavalli. Thank you there, Ward.
No worries. Look, excellent play. It was just showing that once C.B.C. can get that ball moving quickly, they're really a threat in their forward 50. Really smart play by Liam Anthony to flick the ball in. I thought he was going to go all himself, but Delavalli, dropped the mark, but still able to finish and kick a well-needed goal through for CBC, who closed the gap to just 1 goal now.
That's what happened in the second quarter, didn't they? University got away, but Fremantle CBC stuck to the structures and managed to get the goals, a couple of goals back, and they're doing that the same way this quarter. Murray wins the ball in the contest, tries to find the play there in Ben Harding. Socked off the ground, well done by Ching. On the right, can handball over the top. Good passage of play here, go to Fremantle CBC. If it stands up, it will be okay. Pick-up was even better by Delaro on the left. Tries to find his teammate over there. That was Mitch Henley. He overrun it. University got about 3 or 4 in the back. Umpire said no, he didn't. Hands on his knees with the University play. Anthony on the left boot, very smart once again. Stands up in the contest. They could be okay, Fremantle CBC, but very good pressure taken by Nicky Winmar. Anthony just knows at the drop of the ball, doesn't he? He just knows where to go to get the pill.
Yeah, very, very smart. Look, I'd like to see him jump into the middle, but I think he's so valuable forward of centre there. But the big play there was Tyler Chorwell. Really good work with him to bring that ball in, and was unlucky not to get a free kick as well.
So it's tucked about 5 metres away from the CBC goal scoring area. So in the Carlton Dry scoreboard, see University 5 goals 2. That's 32. CBC Fremantle 4-5-29. A margin of 3 points. We've just gone 13 minutes of this third quarter. Thanks for your company. Cam Robinson, Ward Harris doing the calling for you this evening in Fremantle Footy Club. A fantastic crowd down on Friday night. Close to 600, I reckon. Bursting through the pack. Franklin was good. Took the player on. So did Donaldson for Universities. He's at the bottom of the pack. Socket off the ground. Claiming a mark was a University defender. Falls in the hand of Franklin. Franklin over the top to Donaldson. The run and carry by him was very good. Through traffic was okay. Receiving end again was Donaldson. Donaldson on the right. Tries to find Davies. Spall over the top was good. Have the balls here. That play over there was Dwayne Lake. Lake through traffic was even better. They have the ball now to pushing forward to a 1-on-1 contest. Standing on the ground, keeping his feet. Good effort by the Fremantle CBC player. Very good effort. Handball around the corner was okay by Ned Brennan. And boy, they saved that goal. Well done, Ned Brennan. A good win to him. Umpire said it was touched off the boot. So give the ball to me. But very good effort by Brennan. Wasn't a 1-on-1 contest in the pocket. He did very well.
Yeah, he did very well. I thought Matty Davies was possibly going to outmark him there. But super effort there by Neddy Brennan. But University looking very dangerous.
So have the ball through. He had to go back. Left foot kick was okay. But a minor score only. I think that was courtesy of Benny Harding. So, good effort by them. We have a game once again over here. Margin of only 4 points. Thanks for your company. This game on a Friday night at Fremantle Oval. Fremantle CBC take the ball out through Miles Franklin. He takes one bounce. Kicks the ball down to the half-back flank to a 1-on-1 contest. Oh, good strong mark by the University player in Dwayne Lake. He's had a ripping quarter and actually a ripping game, Dwayne Lake. Lowe's is okay. Lowe's his eyes. Good kick. And finds his teammate over there, the left foot, and Troy Cullerton. He lowers his eyes. Even better. Good kick, Cullerton. Good play, Uni. And falls in the hand of Valaris. Good use of the play then. Set up by that player of Dwayne Lake. He's had a good game.
Yeah, really good. Strong mark there by Lake. He's been obviously part of that on-ball brigade today that's been very, very good. Great mark by Cullerton. And then super smart kick. Tommy Velios going in for a kick. 40 minutes out on a 45-degree angle.
Starts at left and just stays left. So minor score for University. And the Carlton Dry scoreboard sees then 5 goals 3. 5 goals 4, make that to Fremantle CBC 4 goals 5. It's a good game this. Miles Franklin has it for Fremantle CBC. He kicks down the line, tries to find the big ruckman. He's been out. Mark Blakely just sprang the ball to the ground. Has it there. Mitch Henley for Fremantle CBC. He's set up on by about 3 or 4 players. Umpire says there could be trouble. Could be holding the ball. And it is. Good pressure by Uni. Through Lake. Handball's okay. Even better. Falls in the hand there of Jack Colvin. Colvin on the left. Oh! Mark of the day. But he's knocked his opposition teammate out. And standing at the bottom of the pack is that little fella we keep talking about again, Trombotto. I think he's got this one as well.
Jeez, he's almost gone up for mark of the year, but Trombotto just in the right spot at the right time. Nick Borovac, injured. He's copped a falcon early in the day. He's kicked one of the funniest kicks I've seen for a long time, and he doesn't look in a good way at the moment. Trainer's running out to make sure that Nick Borovac's going okay.
If that's not a free kick to Fremantle CBC, it was an unrealistic attempt to mark on, I'm not sure, but has actually kicked him, or he's done his shoulder. But I thought he copped like Ward. I thought he might have copped the boot in the head, but I think he's done his shoulder.
Yeah,
but
he doesn't look like in a good way at the moment. He's coming off the ground.
So Trombotto's got it. It's Shawnee Trombotto. Number 10 for University. He's about 30 metres out, directly in front. As I said, no breeze to talk about here. Should be a fairly comfortable goal to Trombotto. Running straight at the contest. And a straight kick, deliberate, straight over the goal umpire's head. And University peg another goal back. Courtesy for a very lucky mark to Trombotto. But it doesn't matter. It's a mark, it's a goal, and University, once again, go back in front.
Yeah, look, University had the best of it this third quarter. 3-1 so far. Trombotto, right place at the right time. And look, doesn't make any mistake there. But look, fingers crossed for Nick Borovac there. It didn't look good, holding the left shoulder as he came off the ground. Hopefully he's able to get it fixed up, and hopefully we get to see him for the rest of the game.
So the Carlton Dry scoreboard, University 6 goals 4, that's 40. Fremantle CBC are 4 goals, 5-29, a margin of 11 points. And we've just gone on 18 minutes of the third quarter. So the riddle contest once again. O'Hara, Blakely now in the ruck. Brings the ball to ground. Ball's going nowhere. Umpire says give the ball to me. Docky Blakely, because he is actually a qualified doctor, is young Nathan Blakely. The boy from Bunbury and Swans are now playing for University. Second effort was okay, Blakely. Keeps the ball in front. He's pushed off quite easy by his partner in crime and Anthony. Pushing the ball forward. Good pressure by the University players. Been very good down back all evening, the University players. I think you'll find that was Lake again. Back in the contest. Just trying to push the ball out. There's about 4 or 5 or 6 players around the contest. And a very good crowd on the far side, giving their teammates a bit of a clap.
They're up and about, aren't they, the crowd on the far side?
And obviously they're using the safe COVID rules, all with masks on, so shout out to them. So umpire's going to throw the ball up. It's Blakely doing the ruck work. Oh, well done by Blake. Just pushed his play off the ball. Handball was top was okay. Have the numbers here. To Fremantle CBC. Threw on his boot. That player was Chris Bazzelli. He's been fairly quiet. They have it now. Decide to kick the ball to the hot spot. Just about to push in the back, but it wasn't. Here's Donaldson again. Shows a bit of pace. Uses his left foot. Gains about 34 metres on the far side. Running on the contest is Franklin. Kept in front of him was okay. The pressure was even better by the University player. And Luke Harding just forces that ball for our boundary line throw in. So margin 11 points. Probably about 5 or 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, been a hotly contested third quarter so far. Obviously, University ahead on the scoreboard, but CBC really putting the pressure on as we get towards the back end of this quarter.
So Blakely brings the ball down, tries to find his teammate there in Lake. Lake overran it. Went back in the tackle. Blakely and Murray has it now. It's Murray. Caught up in a contest. Umpire says, give the ball to me. Murray versus Brooks. Murray wins it easily. Well done by Cheng. Over the handball was good. That was Pacelli. Pacelli chiseled the ball out to the player there in Chowell.
Oh,
good mark.
Great mark.
Fantastic mark. Good kick by Chowell. And good strong mark by the Fremantle CBC player. I think you'll find that plays Jaden Brooks.
Oh, I think it might be Sam King,
no,
the resting
Sam King
ruckman
is resting ruckman.
Yeah. I've noticed they put Brooks into the ruck at the moment just for a little bit of chop out. It's obviously been Della Valle and Sam King who's rucked the most of the game. Getting an opportunity for set shot on goal. Let's see what he can do.
So Sam King, 40 metres out. Good kick off the boot. Great kick off the boot.
Oh.
Great goal, Sam King. Answers back to Fremantle CBC. Just did not look like missing.
No, great kick by the big fella. I wasn't sure what we were going to be looking at. You never know with some of these tall blokes. Sometimes the ball gets lost in translation as it drops down to the boot, but straight through the middle. Great goal, and once again a really well-needed goal for the CBC boys.
So the Carlton Dry scoreboard sees University 6 goals 4, that's 40. Fremantle CBC are 5 goals 5. It's a poor old scoreboard attendant. He's got shorts on there, Ward, and I tell you it's about 10 degrees at the minute.
He's going to be battling pretty soon, I reckon, mate.
Yep, he's probably getting himself a nice sherry. 35. So in the middle once again, Murray has it. Tries to find his teammate over there in Miller. Miller has it now through Donaldson. Donaldson on the right brings the ball in the contest. That could be a mark. It is through Blakely again. He's coming to light this time. Outside 50, Blakely. Good kick. Roved off the ground. Well done by Franklin. But he's kicked that one out of bounds on the full. So he's had a good 3 or 4 minutes as Nathan Blakely. Let's get themselves in the contest now. University player has it there in Ben Taylor. Taylor kicks the ball in the hot spot. Right in the goal square. Good kick from there. Spall over the top was even better. Was that a goal? The University
Trombotto almost.
Trombotto almost stole one there, but he didn't. So minor score only. Fremantle CBC play off very, very quickly. Ordinary kick by mine. That was an absolute shocker. And Patrick Wilson decides to play on. University down the lines. Good kick. Oh, good mark. Fantastic mark. Player there, I think it could be Ben Miller. Just a very, very good mark. Good contest.
I think we might be on Manteris here, possibly with the ball.
Manteris. It's probably about 35 metres out.
Look, they just didn't man up the ball. Once that poor kick came out of the defensive 50, C.B.C really needed to make sure they found a player, because once that quick kick came in, they were always going to be in a world of hurt.
So deliberate shot of goals on the right boot, leans back and slams it straight through the middle. Great goal, University. Good effort by them. And a fantastic goal to Thomas Villaris, I think it is.
Oh, Mateus Manteris, that one.
Manteris, was it?
Yep, number 2.
So a good effort by him. And a good effort by University. Just all of a sudden, Fremantle see peg one back. It goes up the other end of the ground and University get another goal.
Yeah, leading this contest 7-5, 47, 5-5, 35. Not much longer left now. I'm saying a couple minutes left possibly in this third quarter.
About 2 minutes to go in this last quarter. Middle of ground once again. It's Murray doing the ruck work against a beautiful goal this quarter by Sam King. Murray wins to the ground. Showing a bit of afterburner there is Taylor. A bit of pace, uses that beautiful left foot kick to the forward line area. Well, good effort by that player then. I think that was Tyler Chilwell. Brings the ball to the ground and good effort. Good the defender play. No, it's the Ned Brennan. He's had a good game tonight, Brennan. Down back for Fremantle. C.B.C. is okay. Ruck was better by Murray. Brings the ball to ground. Fremantle C.B.C. have it. Tackled by 3 or 4 of those players. One of those was Blakely. And the boundary umpire and the field umpire says, give the ball to me. We're about 15 minutes away from the goal scoring opportunity for University once again. Blakely doing the ruck work. Brings the ball to the ground. Franklin was good. Falls in the hands of University playing Ben Miller. Miller around his spot. It's a minor score only. So every score here counts at the moment. Pretty low scoring game down here at Fremantle Oval. The Carlton Dry scoreboard sees University 7 goals 6. That's 48 to Fremantle C.B.C. 5-5 35. I'm glad the scoreboard attendant now's got a jacket on, Warts. I'm pretty happy with that.
Good. Play welfare first, though.
It certainly does. Over the top. Donaldson was good, outnumbered, kept his feet. That's smart. Goes back in the contest. Good effort by Donaldson for running the ball on. And that is the three-quarter time score here at Fremantle Oval on the Carlton Dry scoreboard. University is 7-6. That's 48. Fremantle CBC are 5-5 35. It's a margin of 13 points. Major goal scorers for each respective side. Matty Davis is kicked 2, and single goal scorers to Mentaris, Stewart, to Ferguson, and also to Nathan Blakely in the goal of the day. Goals for Fremantle CBC. Salamoni has kicked 2. Delavale's kick 1, and also Manavella has also kicked 1. But a game to ebbs and flows. University just seem to have the numbers at the moment, have all the answers.
Yeah, they do. They came out pretty strong at the beginning of that third quarter, as they had in the second as well. End up kicking 2 pretty quickly. CBC answered in a bit of a mirror of what was happening in the second quarter, but then University were able to keep going with it. 8 scoring shots to 2 this quarter. University really starting to put the foot down, and Coach Simon McDonald, he'd be very happy with what he saw in that third quarter. Just
in the engine room, isn't it, Ward? You know, players like Donaldson and Harding and Stewart and also Dwayne Lake has had a really good game in the midfield, but Hamish Murray up the ruck, both him and Blake, they have a very good combination ruck work, those two guys. Yeah, both been very, very good today. I thought when I was going to come down and watch the game today, we probably would have seen a bit more of Nathan Blakely in the ruck. But Hamish Murray been very, very good and probably one of the most influential players on the ground. No worries. So three-quarter time here. The scoreboard, University 7-6, CBC are 5 goals 5. We'll take a short break and come back. What should be a ripping last quarter live from Fremantle Oval. Welcome back live. Haley, beautiful, producing right on the siren here. Start of the last quarter. University pushed the ball forward. Oh, well done by the University player. Met the ball very hard. Went back in the contest. Lucky he didn't give away a free kick to the University players. Mentaris dived on the bottom of the ball then. Umpire says, give the ball to me. King doing the ruck work versus Murray. I'll give that one to Murray. Handball over the top was okay. Push the ball forward. Tackle from behind was Meadowcraft, who's been fairly quiet as Meadowcraft. Has it again on the left foot. Push the ball forward to Fremantle C.B.C. At the bottom, his leg was okay. Murray was one of those players. Also on the bottom of the pack was Luke Salamone. He kicked 2 in the second quarter. Has been a good player for Fremantle C.B.C. So wrapped up in about 45 metres out from Fremantle C.B.C. scoring area. Ned Brennan doing the ruck work for Fremantle. Good effort. He just pushed the ball forward. Handball was okay. The press was even better by the University player there in Donaldson. Umpire said, give the ball to me. So tucked away deep in the pocket. 10 to 15 metres out from the Fremantle C.B.C. goal area. Boundary umpire throws the ball in. Well done by Murray. Brings the ball to the ground. Lim was the player there, Fremantle C.B.C. Salamone on the right boot. He's pulled it right. Stays right. Ball over the top of the University. Lays in the ground. Murray was good. The University player was even better. The defender. Pressure everywhere by then. Well done to the University defender. I think you'll find that was Timmy O'Hara down back. And he did a life-changing and saving goal for the University player. So about 2 metres out from Fremantle CBC. They must just knock the ball out by Murray. He brings the ball in the contest. He's got to force the ball for a rush point here. Murray dives in the bottom of the pack. Ball's going nowhere. It's like a pinball machine in there at the moment. Ball is going everywhere. About 5 metres out from the University area. Murray, ruck work was fantastic. Kick out even the play was better by the University player. Stays in the contest was okay. Uni have the numbers over there. Push over the boundary line there. The umpire says, give the ball to me. Ball is going nowhere. Picking themselves up off the ground is the University player there in Benny Harding. So the umpire throws the ball in. Doing the ruck work is Ned Brennan for Fremantle. Said Murray wins a decisive knock. Brings the ball in the contest. Kick around corner's okay. The bounce is even fickle there for Fremantle CBC. Is that deliberate or not? It's Nathan Stewart. Kind of disguised that pretty well, Ward, didn't he?
You reckon?
Well, he got away with it.
There was apparently a bit of pressure there.
So have it now. University bring the ball up the corridor and finds Jai Harris. Harris tucked away deep in defending area for University. Who lead at the moment by a couple of goals. Spall's okay. Tackle's even better. Bit of aggression by those two players. Don't like each other. Boundary umpire throws the ball up in the air. Umpire's trying to call out who's doing the ruck work for each respective sides. So boundary umpire throws the ball in. Murray through brute strength just throws his player onto the ground. Thomas Kajetski has it there. Soccer's on the ground was okay. Brooks was good by hands. It's even better by the player there in Pizzelli on the right. Oh, standing around the contest of University player. Lucky didn't get one high. Good courage shown there by, it might be Tim O'Hara. Courage by him was very, very good. He knew the contest was going to come. Stood his ground, and Timmy O'Hara, good courage. Good effort by him. So 20 metres out of the Fremantle CBC area. They have it now. Off the ground was okay by Harris on the right boot. Stays in ground, could be okay. It's definitely not deliberate. And the boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. So not much damage on the scoreboard at the moment. We've just gone 4 minutes of this last quarter, Ward. Yeah,
look, it seems to be all CBC. They've come out really well. I've been interested how they've structured up behind the footy. At least a 1 or 2 behind once they get the ball forward of centre. So they're backing themselves in to win the contest as they have there. Great spoil out of bounds there by the University player. But look, it's once they seem to get that ball forward of centre, putting 1 or 2 behind the ball to protect the ground and make sure they keep the ball in a scoring zone, and hopefully can peg back an early goal here.
So Ned Brennan doing the ruck work for Fremantle CBC. Seems to be the designated ruck work in the forward 50 for that side. but out-rucked easily by Blakely. Having the contest flick out in the hand by University was very good. That was Jai Harris. He's had a good game. Harris down back. Stands on the contest extremely well. A lot of courage. So ruck work was once again very good by Murray. Handball was even better by them. Oh, set one high turn. Saw it was a University player. And he knew it then. Gazetsky just set his player up in a bit of traffic.
Yeah, he did. And Tyler Chorwell came in and hit him pretty hard. Probably fortunate not to give away a free kick.
So Murray wins it again. Tries to find his teammate there and Ben Miller. Miller, good second effort. Tackle was okay on Bazzelli. The umpire said give the ball to me once again. Just chewing up a bit of time, University at the moment. The Carlton Dry scoreboard sees them 7 goals, 6-46. C.B.C. Fremantle 5-6, 36. 48, that is a margin of 12 points. University have it. Handball was okay. Tackle's even better. Should be holding the ball. Somehow got a handball out to it. Oh, through track was very good by Bazzelli. Bazzelli over the top to Charwell, who's been good. Spore's even better by O'Hara down back. He's been outstanding. O'Hara gets the ball over the top to Winmar. Winmar on the right foot. Stands up. Could be okay. Patoli has it here for University. Puts on the afterburner. Straight through the middle of the ground. Kicks to the centre half forward position. Over the top. Good spoil by the Fremantle C.B.C. player. University have no... Oh, good pace by the Fremantle C.B.C. player. I think you'll find that's Luke Salamoni. Finds his teammate, can bring ball in the corridor. Good passage of play here by Fremantle C.B.C. Finds Tommy Hooker. Hooker, about 20 metres to the right of the centre. Uses his left foot. Good use of the footy. That was Meadowcroft, sorry. Has it now on his right boot. Down the line. Oh, good defensive mark taken by the University player. A lot of courage because he knew the player, Ned Brennan, was coming right down on him. Stood his ground and took a very good mark. Was a University defender. They have the ball now. Crowd starting to get it on the far side. They've had a few beers under the belly now. No doubt drinking beautiful cold Carlton Dries under the scoreboard there, Ward.
Absolutely right. They are. They sound like they're having a great time. And University just starting to try and eat up a little bit of time, going slowly up the far wing.
So kick on there by Blake. Oh, good strong mark by the University forward. That was a strong attacking play by Blakely on the left boot. Kicks the ball to the full forward area. Brings the ball in the contest. Through traffic was okay. Was a University play. Throws on the boot. Runs. It's a minor point. Player kicked that. That was Ben Taylor. It's a minor score only. But every score counts so far. University still in front by a couple of goals. And Fremantle C.B.C. can relieve the pressure. Decides to play on. Straight down the tries to find Pacelli. Good strong mark between the pack. Chris Pacelli decides to play on. Tries to find his teammate there in Marilini on the right. Or take under that. Courage was Miles Franklin. He had a look. That's why the ball's come out the other side for University. Well done. Keats' fit was very good. Through track was even better. And kick was okay. Good passage of play. They can get the ball onto Donaldson if they like. They ignore that play. They go straight down the middle of the ground. Tries to find a one-on-one. That's a strong mark, surely, or a kick. It's the ladder. University have it through Ben Miller. Ben Miller around the corner. Tell you what he got to do to earn a free kick or a mark. Very unlucky there was the play there in Troy Cullerton. I thought it was a marker or even got the cauliflower ears, I'm not sure.
I thought it was probably the cauliflower ears I thought there, but did really well to get to the front of the contest. Still playing some one-on-one footy, University, and trying to win this game the best they can. Been a good couple of minutes with them to stem the flow from CBC early.
So Tom Smith has it for Fremantle CBC, kicks the ball down the line. Spall over the top of the University play was very good. That was Cullerton once again. Went in the contest, kick around the corner was okay by Fremantle CBC. Running on the contest, O'Hara, he's been very good down back for University. Draws a play, tries to find Blakely. Blakely set upon by 3 or 4 players. One of those was Tom Smith for Fremantle CBC. The umpire says, give the ball to me. It was held to him. It's just gone 10 minutes. Uni is still in front by 14 points. Have the ball now. Come to the ground. Fremantle CBC chick the ball to the forward 50 area. O'Hara over the top. The sport was good. Has been doing all that evening. O'Hara. And a kick under pressure once again by the Fremantle CBC. This kick out of bounds on the full. And Ben Harding will relieve the pressure for Uni.
Yeah, I've noticed C.B.C, they've started to throw a few more of their experienced players in there. Liam Anthony winning that last clearance, but look, Basili started the last quarter really well. Obviously noticed Dion Anthony in there as well, and even Tyler Chorwell was a really tall extra midfielder jumping in there just to try and bring that extra experience in for C.B.C.
So Joel Harris slows his ball on the boot. Good strong mark by the University player once again. I think you find that's Blakely. He's been very good. That's experience from Swan Districts. Has it now, goes back and gets his own ball. Is the Doc.
Oh, young Hamish Murray, actually.
Is it Hamish Murray, is it?
Pretty hard to see over that far side at the moment.
So Murray decides to kick the ball forward. Oh, good strong attacking mark by the University player. That was a great mark. Pick that player up in a minute.
That is Nathan Blakely, that one.
That is Blakely on his left foot. He's got a good set of mitts on him, Blakely. Ball comes to the contest. Set up on about 3 or 4 players are trying to call holding the ball to the Fremantle C.B.C players. The umpire has none of it. Says, give the ball to me. We're about kick and a half out for University's goal. They pushed the ball forward. Roving the pack was very good, was Donaldson, but tackle was even better by the Fremantle C.B.C player and pushed the ball right outside the boundary line area.
It's just got that feeling at the moment. If University can end up kicking this first goal of the last quarter, then I think the game's probably there. C.B.C, they came out and started really, really strong to start this fourth quarter. Just haven't been able to put anything on the scoreboard, but University looking very dangerous again.
So Blakely got over the top, tried to find Donaldson. He overran it. Fremantle C.B.C have the players. And the boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. Uni trying to screen for a deliberate free kick, but it definitely wasn't there. It was under pressure by the Fremantle C.B.C players and the Carlton Dry scoreboard. Sees University 7-8. That's 50. C.B.C Fremantle 5-6, 36. A margin of 14 points. Umpire throws the ball in once again. Blakely, very smart, runs around his contest, falls in the hands of Brooks. Brooks on the right, handball was okay. Oh, caught one high. Sure, the umpire didn't see it. I did through the binoculars all over his head, but the umpire said no, he wasn't. Players on the contest here. Calvin pushed the ball forward to the forward 50 and taking a good defensive mark as Anthony for Fremantle C.B.C. He decides to play on and goes down the line. Good kick to space. Stands up. It could be okay here. Or overrunning with the Fremantle C.B. He had to do better than that. That's why the University have it. Good effort then by Patoli. He was too smart. Chiseled the ball over the right side and Ferguson. Ferguson on the right was even worse. There's a fried on right in front of the players here. Umpire didn't see any of it. University have it through Jack Colvin. He decides to slow the play down, does Jake Colvin. Umpire's call play on. He kicks the ball down the line, does Colvin. And good defensive marker who spilled that. It was Jordan Newman. He thought it was Sam Newman for a minute. Just spilt that like there's no tomorrow. They have it now through Brooks. Brooks went backwards okay to Justin Morrissey. And I'll tell you what, he's been very quiet. Morris hadn't even seen him all night.
Yeah, hadn't called his name really tonight, I don't think. But look, it's been a tight contest at the moment, almost 15 gone in the fourth quarter, and both teams starting to look a little bit tired at the moment. University now trying to stake the sting out of the game, just going slowly as they transition the footy up the ground. Long kick up the line now.
There's Jackie Colvin on the right boot. Blakely standing on it, brings the ball in the contest. And the Doc, he's had a fairly good evening this afternoon, or evening, as Doc Blakely. And very good career he had at Swan District. Just crippled by a couple of knee recos, wasn't he, Nathan?
Yeah, very talented player. I remember watching a couple of games where he absolutely dominated, and he was a really red-hot player on his day.
Oh, big slam dunk tackle. The thing was Jaden Brooks. Thought it was a World Championship Wrestling. His opposition ruckman Murray just picked him up like a bag of spuds and just threw him straight on the ground. But good little camaraderie there. They picked themselves up and had a right smile, those two ruckmen. They've been at it all night. So Murray has it once again. Tries to find his teammate, though, there in Miller. Miller set upon by 2 or 3 players from Fremantle C.B.C. The Fremantle C.B.C. picks him up. That's the captain, coach, and Anthony. Umpire said, get out of me road. I'm going to throw the ball up again. It's Murray, too smart. Grabs it out of their contest. Good effort by him. Kicked the ball forward. Tries to find Nathan Blakely. Here overran it. So did young Ryan Donaldson. He's had a fairly quiet third quarter, Donaldson. They have the ball now, Fremantle C.B.C. Geez, that player get poleaxed off the ball by Big Brooks.
By Jaden Brooks.
Brooks is just poleaxed, a big corky in the right leg. Keep your eye on that. University have it now. Kick over the Tom test was good, and good strong attacking play was by Gajitsky. That's Thomas Gajitsky. getting the old knee corky. They do hurt, Ward.
Yeah, and the player's coming off the ground at the moment. He seems okay, but I think he's going to be feeling that one tomorrow.
So Gajitski has it for University. Kicks the ball down the line. Should have marked, should have done a lot better than that. Overrunning was Jai Harris for University. So we're just gone, coming up to 15 minutes. University 7-8, Fremantle. CBC a 5-6. That's on the Carlton Dry scoreboard. Boundary umpire throws the ball in. Murray brings the ball to the contest. Handball was okay. Through traffic was even better by Ben Harding. Used that trusting left foot to a one-on-one. Good tackle by Donaldson. Small in stature, Donaldson, but good heart and good figure by the young fella. So right in front of the University bench there. Be happy with the result so far. They're in front by 14 points with only about 10 minutes to go in the last quarter. Over the top was Murray. Good ruck work. But Bazzelli for Fremantle C.B.C. handball the ball over the top and kicked it. I think you'll find this is out of bounds on the full. So Nathan Stewart can relieve the pressure. He decides to switch the ball. Oh, taking a good mark. Took his time was Murray. But I tell you what, he'd be close to BOG, Murray. He's had a great game in the ruck. Lion-hearted effort by him.
Yeah, he's been very, very good today. They've thrown 3 or 4 different ruckmen at him now. Obviously, Jaden Brooks just to try and put a big lump of a body against him, but he just seems to get running around him.
And good kick over the far side by Ben Taylor.
Ooh.
Good tackle high over the top. Umpire said no, it wasn't. Lucky not to give away a free kick thing was
Matty Davies.
Matty Davies. He only knows one way, Davies. That's 100%. So doing the ruck work is Jaden Brooks. For Fremantle CBC, it's Murray. It's the latter who get it. Brings the ball to ground. Umpires, or the players, pleading for holding the ball. Umpires have nothing of that. About 15 metres out from the goal area of University. They still lead at the moment by 14 points. And just coming up to 18-minute marks of the last quarter. Have the border now. Donaldson through pace. Rove off the pack. Donaldson on the right. Had a lot more time than he thought, I think, and kicked it out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, that could have been the match winner there for University and would have put the game beyond doubt.
So he had a good first half for Ryan Donaldson. Fairly quiet in the third. Been fairly quiet in the last quarter. We did enough in the first quarter. Spoil over the top by the University player. Patrick Wilson was very good. The second effort was even better. Patrick Wilson, well done. The spoil, and then went back into the contest. Handball was even better for Donaldson. Donaldson lowers his eyes. The kick was, dropped an absolute flag burner. It was that University play. Now he's pleading for, he caught one high, but, geez, he should have marked that. It was a University play. He's only, 25 metres out there. You mark those, they're chalk and cheese.
Oh, absolutely. Doc Blakely, with his experience, he should be absolutely chewing those up and going back for a set shot on goal at the moment.
But the ruck work was good for Blakely. He knew he had to make up for that misdemeanour with a mark. Fremantle CBC have it now through Chen. Chen on the left boot. Spoils once again was very good by Wilson. Second effort was even better by Wilson. Could be holding the ball. The umpire said no, he wasn't. The University pressure all evening has been fantastic, and the umpire says give the ball to me.
Yeah, it has been those younger in and under players that have been really good for University A. As we've spoken about that engine room, they've just been able to get over the top of CBC and find themselves 2 goals in front, about 20-minute mark of the last quarter.
So Murray, ruck contest over the top was good. Well rode by Lynn for Fremantle CBC. Hold the play off the ball was smart, but he didn't see it. That was Meadowcroft.
Very well done by Patrick Wilson there to stop 2 players that were coming at him again.
He's had a good game down back. Lion-hearted effort by the big backman. Wins the ball once again. Through traffic was okay. The pressure was good by the Fremantle CBC player in Lim. Umpire Sev once again. Out boundary umpire throwing. Wipes his hands. Going to throw the ball in. It's a good throw in by the boundary umpire. Good knock by Murray. Tries to find Donaldson. Donaldson back to Murray. Handball was a brilliant chain of handballs, so University. Gajitski on the right was good. Kicks the ball down the line, or dropped a fairly comfortable mark, was a Fremantle CBC player down the back there in Jordan Newman. But he went back in the contest, Newman. Jumped over the contest once again and pushed the ball forward. Spoil was even better by the University player. And a very, very good effort by that player, number 7, and Nathan Stewart.
Yeah, I have to admit, some of the defensive efforts from both teams today, the spoiling from behind and the quick closing, It's been really pleasing for both teams. I think they'd be happy with that. It's probably reflected in the 12-goal total scoreline for the game.
Yeah, there's been pressure everywhere. Throwing on the handball, okay, was Tom Hooker. Well roved. Excellent work then by Meadowcraft on the left foot. Kick over the top was okay. Spoiler's even better down beat by the University player. Had to do a lot more than that, but well done by Jack Colvin. Both him and O'Hara and also Patrick Wilson down back. They've been very good for University.
Yeah, very good. They and saved, possibly a certain goal there. Aaron Meadowcraft straight through that contest. Lightning quick and great left foot, deep inside 50. University just avoided a certain goal there.
Can Fremantle C.B.C. get one here? Brooks won the run contest, but University once again have numbers. Just a well-disciplined side, University. They just get the numbers around the contest, put the pressure on the opposition player, and always force the player to the boundary line. Saying that, boundary umpire's got the ball once again. He's going to throw the ball in 2 metres out from the Fremantle C.B.C. attacking area. Brooks brings the ball to the ground. Colvin is at the bottom of it for University. His second and third efforts was okay. He's caused the throw once again. So latter stage of the last quarter, I'll take a mammoth effort for Fremantle C.B.C. to pull this one out of the back, because University at the moment they're up by a couple of goals and they push the ball out of the defensive area with a good kick. Standing on the contest, his ground was very good, was Gajitski, and he runs the ball out of bounds for another boundary line throw-in.
Yeah, CBC still sitting with 2 players behind the ball. I think with 4 minutes left in the game, you really got to make sure you're evening up the contest. And look, let's try and win this game of footy, boys. 2 goals to kick, 4 minutes. It's going to be pretty tight.
And umpire throws the ball in. Murray once again, good ruck work. Rode by the Fremantle CBC player Anthony. And there's Matty Davis. Him and also Delero don't really like each other. He's going to give away a free kick, this. Delelio, I don't think I was thinking then. I think he's frustrated that they can't win, or he doesn't like Matty Davis, one of the two.
Could be a bit of both, I reckon, mate.
A bit of both, yeah. Matty Davis goes, have a look at the scoreboard, mate. We're in front by a couple. I've got a 50-metre mark, and you're man in the mark. And the umpire saying, get out of the contest, I'll give you another 50.
He doesn't seem to be in a great rush, Matty Davis, as he's wandering up the ground.
He doesn't. Right in front of the commentary box here, Matty Davis. He's had a good game. He's kicked a couple. One in the second, one in the third. He can chip the ball over the top to the hard-running Ryan Donaldson. No one on Donaldson, so he decides to take the ball on himself. Kicks the ball to the foot. Ball! Both players spoiled each other. Was the Fremantle CBC. One of those was the ruckman in King. Good to pressure then by Miles Franklin. Umpires give the ball. The lack of talk there. You would think they would have talked to both those defenders for Fremantle CBC.
Yeah, you would have thought so, mate. Definitely right.
So they have it there through Murray. Brings the ball on the ground trying to find Donaldson. Holding the ball, I think.
Unlucky by Benny Harding there.
Yeah.
Great to see Nick Borovac back on the ground again after that shoulder injury in the third quarter.
Good to see roving the ball extremely well was Baselli on the right boot. Spore was even better by the University player Nathan Stewart. Giving away a free kick, I think. So it's Stewart's ball from Uni. Has it now, kicking a half out from goals for Stewart. Umpire's called play on, so he just lowers his eyes. Good kick. Just about a good mark, or caught one high. Surely was the University player. Umpire said no, he didn't. Play on was by Stewart. Through traffic was okay by Lim on the left. Kicks the ball forward through brute strength to the University, but hit over the ball through. Great courage with Stewart. Fantastic effort, Nathan Stewart. Handball's even better. Chisler handball was okay through Ben Harding, but Harding's overturned the ball. Fremantle CBC come out with the player. O'Hara's back there for University. Anthony is also for Fremantle CBC. As they've done all evening, the University defenders stood very well under pressure. They have the ball now. Through the contest was okay. That player was Montaris. Through pressure, Montaris just a little toe poke the ball forward. Fremantle CBC have the numbers now, but geez, the pressure by Uni all evening has been very, very good.
Yeah, they have been very good. CBC throwing a lot at them in this last quarter, but they're just holding up absolutely beautifully. Throwing an extra person behind the play now just to try and ice this game.
So Chen knocked it forward for Fremantle CBC. The handball was okay by that player there and Tommy Hooker. Lights up. Hooker outside 50. Mungles a punt forward. He should have done a lot more of that. Probably had a lot more time than he thought. Was Hooker. And the boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. Wouldn't be much time left now in this game here. I think the University got the chocolates over their arch rival in Fremantle C.B.C. We'll be staying on after the ground to find out who's the best player on the ground and who wins the cup for the 100 years of Perth Football League this year. And the umpire, it's a field umpire that is. And there it is! Siren all over Red Rover. University have won out winners here. 7 goals, 8, that's 50 to C.B.C. Fremantle 5-6-36. A margin of 14 points, so that's on the Carlton Dry scoreboard.
Mate, great game of footy. We started a bit slowly, only a couple of goals in that first quarter, and then University really, took the momentum both at the start of the second and the third quarters. That premiership quarter that set up the game for them, and then just a real arm wrestle in that last quarter. No goals, but only 3 scoring shots for both sides in total. University really well deserved 14-point win down at Fremantle Oval.
Yeah, just the pressure was in that last quarter. Only have 3 points and no scores. That shows how heavy, and also shows, I think, fatigue had set in by both sides there. Well, they were pretty buggered in the end, weren't they? A lot of running by both sides and a very good effort by University. Major goal scorers for the Victoria side, University. Matty Davis kicked 2, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and single goal scorers for Mentaris, Stewart, Ferguson, Chomboto, and also Nathan Blakely, the goal of the day without a shadow of doubt in that third quarter. There's a ripping goal. And for Fremantle C.B.C, Luke Salamone, he kicked a couple. Also, Delaval kicked 1, and Marinella also kicked 1. But seemed to when Fremantle C.B.C forced their way back in the contest, University just had all the numbers, didn't they? They just knew they were very well drilled side, well coached side, and I just think they had more midfield grunt throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, that's what we really, really noticed. It was, the young guys like Donaldson, who could be close to best on ground, I would have thought. Benny Miller and Ben Harding both had, a whole heap of the footy. Dwayne Lake was excellent as well, and Tommy Gajewski and Mateus Manteris. So once you go through those guys, 6 midfielders that were going really, really well. But we can't forget the big fella Hamish Murray as well, been excellent all day. And it was just that midfield presence that ended up getting them over the line.
Also down-packed, didn't you? Tim O'Hara was fantastic. Patrick Wilson, number 19, the unsung hero down there. He does all those old-fashioned spores, doesn't he? His old-fashioned hard tackles. He was very, very good. Nathan Blakely at time was okay. His experience was very good, and that goal of the day was one to, to put in the record books. That was very, very good. Probably better players for Fremantle C.B.C. Liam Anthony tried his heart out as the captain coach. He did okay. Chris Bazzelli was okay. Salamone was good with a couple of goals, and I thought Miles Franklin down back was okay for Fremantle C.B.C. But like I said before, when Fremantle C.B.C came back in the contest, University just knew what was going on. They just forced the pressure, and they seemed to have, actually at one time, I thought they had more players out on the ground because they had the ability to run in that third quarter.
Yeah, look, it did look that way, and I think that was something to do with the way that C.B.C were structuring it up. They really seemed to want to keep 1 or 2 behind the ball at all times, I think, really, so that once they had that turnover, they had the extra numbers behind the ball and they could really push those extra options. But the way University played, they just didn't give themselves that opportunity. Look, they would have won the clearances quite easily, I would have thought, and just proved to be the dominant team on the day.
So we're going to go down live to Cam Palmer there for the Perth Footy League just to make a presentation, and Dave Armstrong, the hard-working CEO for the Perth Footy League, is trying to get both sides to come here to the centre of the ground to hear some words of wisdom from Cam Palmer. He works for the Eagles during the day, doesn't he? Marketing and promotion. He's down there doing good work for the Perth Footy League as well. So, going to cross to Cam Palmer. Great crowd down here at Fremantle Oval. I said close to 600 or 700. Ben Harding in the middle, had a good game. Both him and Donaldson, you have a raffle really. They had a good midfield also, Dwayne Lake, so good on him.
Yeah, well done to Benny Harding there, also the captain for the day as well.
Bit harsh when you've had to run around chasing the pill and got to say a few words, doesn't he? But man of experience, Liam, and he's also a good coach in the making. I reckon very smart footy brain is Liam Anthony.
Yeah, very, very good.
Firstly, congratulations to Uni. Competed well all night and got us on turnover too many occasions. So yeah, congratulations to you guys. To the Perth Footy League and all sponsors. I know it's a centenary, but I know players and all clubs will be hoping that the Friday night footy becomes a bit more of a regular occurrence. To South Freo for putting on a great show up top. Thank you very much. And to our boys, 1 and 3 now, so a bit of soul searching, ready for the derby next week. But yeah, thanks to the Perth Footy League.
Well done there by Liam Anthony. He's given the Orc here to have more Friday night games.
Mm.
We do thank you, Liam, and we do wish Fremantle C.B.C all the best in next week's round 6 derby against North Fremantle, and indeed the best of luck for the remainder of the season. If we could now call forward tonight's winning coach from University, Simon McDonald.
Well, Mackie's been around the traps a lot. Good coach, Simon McDonald.
First of all, big thank you to C.B.C. That was a really tough contest. Boys played a really good game of footy and looking forward to the clash later on in the year. To PFL, thank you for putting this night on. It's a really special occasion, one that you'll never a part of this will remember forever. And big thanks to all our supporters and everyone that got down tonight. Big crowd out there, really got the boys over the line. And to the uni boys, the way they played tonight and coming back from last week's pretty tough loss and just the resilience in the group is fantastic. So well done, lads.
Well spoken, Macca.
Thank you to you, Simon. To assist us with presenting the Centenary Cup for tonight's game, can we please welcome WA Football Commissioner Phil Land, and we'd ask the University Captain to also come forward as Phil presents the cup to University Captain and Coach.
So stepson out there, Matty Davis, the commissioner. So he played a good game, Matt. Well done, Dave, the CEO, trying to tell all the boys to get into the contest.
Let's get a photo, gentlemen.
Yeah, get a photo. Well, we might just call this quits. Late night on Friday night. University have won at Victoria 7-8 to Fremantle C 5 goals 6. Been a good evening. Thanks very much doing all the filming behind the scenes. Jake Haley doing all the producing, and to you, Ward Harris, thanks very much for your company, and thanks for giving up your Friday night at the Malaga volleyball courts here to come down and help me. My name's been Cam Robbins. We're going to join a good game next week. So Kootenay Uni versus Wembley. We'll be covering that live next Saturday. Thanks very much for your company, and it's good evening for Fremantle Oval.